once I make sure they're tuned in. I don't want to do it too early and have them miss it. So
both teams continue to warm up out there on a beautiful day, 81 degrees here in the city of Salem, here on the campus of the Roanoke College Maroons. We got about 5 minutes and 45 seconds before we get the introduction of the starters and the playing of our national anthem. We'll take a 60-second break, and we'll be right back here on your Maroon Webcast Network. And we're back here at Donald J. Kerr Stadium as both teams continue to warm up on a very warm and humid day here. Bobby, spring 2 days away.
I'll tell you what, it's been a great day here in the Roanoke Valley. Like you said, last week we were looking at snow, and now it's 82 degrees here, and I'm not complaining. I don't care how hot it gets, I'm not complaining.
I did 9.6 miles Sunday on the Blue Ridge Parkway, on the Appalachian Trail up to McAfee's Knob. And a little word of advice for the people that have never hiked and they want to go for the first time, please don't wear heavy aftershave and heavy cologne because, my friend, bugs draw to it.
Well, how long did it take you to drive that?
There was no driving. I did it in 2 hours and 52 minutes.
All right.
So I was really moving on, and I'm feeling today in my legs. Well, Bob, the Stevenson Mustangs come in here tonight. They got an outstanding record.
Yeah, they're 11-1, Ron. Their last win being Stevenson's first ever shutout in school history, a 24-0 win at Alvernia. In that game, Ron, Stevenson scored 11 first-quarter goals. 15 different players scored. They outshot Alvernia 75-12, garnered 63 ground balls to Alvernia's 23. And to top it all off, they won 24 of 28 faceoffs. This team is ranked number 3 in the country for a reason, Ron.
Well, Bobby, going back to rankings, you've got the Division I top 3 schools and the Division III top 3, don't you?
Yeah, Division I, of course, you got Maryland, Cornell, and Denver, and Maryland and Cornell are real close. And in Division III, Cortland is first. They have all 15 first-place votes, followed by Dickinson, and then this Stevenson team right here tonight.
Bobby, I was looking at the roster for the Mustangs, and the one thing, their coach, he was probably one of the best, they say, ever of all time with faceoffs, and they've really got some outstanding stats in that department.
Yeah, they really do, Ron. You know, the Mustangs come in tonight, they have won 65% of their faceoffs. The Maroons, on the other hand, have improved greatly from the beginning of the year and are now winning 48% of their faceoffs. You know, Roanoke's led by freshman John Rayburn, a midi who's been able to convert on 55% of his chances. But tonight he's going to be facing two young men. Brent Hyken, he's a junior face-off specialist from Pikesville, Maryland. Ron, he's 5'10", 230. Sam Wyatt is also a face-off specialist. He's 5'11", 230 from Brentwood, Tennessee. Both these young men have won 64 and 68% of their face-offs. And, of course, they're going to be going up against a freshman, John Rayburn, who's only 6'1", 165. So John's going to have his hands full tonight. And to be honest, Ron, that's part one of how the game's going to be determined.
Well, you know, this team is young. They have 64 players, Bobby, on their roster.
They have 64 players on the roster, Ron, and only 14 seniors, and more importantly, 47 or sophomores or freshmen. That's amazing.
Well, we're getting ready to get to playing of the national anthem and the introduction of the starters, and we'll get the starters too. We'll take another 60-second break right here on your ESPN Webcast Network. right, welcome back here to Kerr Stadium. We just finished playing the national anthem, and we'll have the introduction of the starters. Bob, what does Roanoke have to do to be successful tonight?
Well, to be honest, Ron, they have to do three things. First, they have to win at least 50% of the faceoffs. They were 11 of 20 against Lynchburg on Saturday night, and that's a trend they would like to see continue here tonight. Secondly, they have to win the battle of ground balls because Stevenson, through 12 games, holds a distinct advantage over their opponents. And third, and probably most important, Ron, they have to be ready to go from the first whistle. They cannot afford to fall behind early as the Lady Maroons did last Saturday against Christopher Newport. The sense of urgency has to be there for the entire 60 minutes. You can be assured that Charles Peace, who had an outstanding game, as we mentioned, Saturday night in Lynchburg with 14 saves, he's going to be tested early and often. The Mustangs average 52 shots per game, and if they get close to that tonight, Ron, it could spell trouble for the Roanoke Maroons.
Well, I agree with you when you said, you know, they can't fall behind early, and they need to stay right with them and counter. If they score, they got to come back and counter and score. I think the key, too, goalie Charles Peace has to play tall tonight.
Yeah, he does, Ron. You know, going into Saturday night's game against Lynchburg, his save percentage was 45%. Now it's 55%. So without him in the pipe Saturday night, Roanoke probably would have lost. And tonight he's got to be ready, as the entire team does. Again, the Lady Maroons fell behind 4-0 on Saturday, as we mentioned, against Christopher Newport, and never seemed to recover from that. They made a little run in the second half to close it to 9-6, but the energy wasn't there for the entire 60 minutes, and that's what the men's team has to do tonight.
Well, Bobby, the last 6 games of the season, they will have played the number 7, the number 3, and the number 9 team in the nation. And they've got to turn around and get on the road, go 81 North up to Bridgewater tomorrow. Yeah,
this, as we mentioned, is a postponed game, and they do have to go on the road tomorrow. That being Wednesday, then they have to come back and play here at home on Saturday, and they can't afford a letdown no matter what happens tonight. Bridgewater currently is 0-5 and 3-7 in the ODAC, but that's the kind of game that could be come up and rear its ugly head and beat you, and they can't afford a letdown because they want to be undefeated on Saturday when they play Hampton-Sydney.
Well, both teams are at full strength out there. They're shaking hands, good show of sportsmanship, and we're just about ready to get this lacrosse match underway. Bobby, we didn't get to have the starters out there. Did you have any idea as far as?
I don't have the starters around, but I can tell you Dimitri Pecune starts in goal. Chris Dashel is an attack midi junior from Salisbury, Maryland, one of the leading scorers. As we mentioned, Brett Heiken is a face-off specialist, 5'10", 223 from Pikesville, Maryland. Mark Pennington, an attackman, sophomore, leads the team in scoring with 42 total points. Sam Ramatowski, he's a senior, midi from Bowie, Maryland. Tyler Reed, another attackman from Clinton, Connecticut. Xavier, he is the second leading scorer for the Mustangs.
All right, out there we're doing the face-off for the Roanoke College Maroons will be Clark Lewis. And Bobby Clark's going to be going up against Sam White, who you said in the pregame, he's 96 for 151 in face-offs.
Yeah, he's something else, Ron. He's 5'11", 230 from Brentwood, Tennessee.
All right, we're underway here. There's a face-off, and immediately, Bobby, you can put another one on there. He's 97 for 152 now.
I'll tell you what, Ron, he was just more physical on that face-off. He won that just because of his physicality. He loses his feet. There's a penalty already. It looks like a trip on the Roanoke College Maroons.
Yeah, it is. It looked like it was going to be called on Spencer Parsons. Flag already. Just underway here. We play 4 quarters here in the men's. Play 2 halves in the women's. As our Billy Carroll, the man about town, the official scorekeeper for the Salem Spartans, drops in here to say hey to us on a very warm afternoon here on the campus of the Roanoke College Maroons. So we're back underway here. Now they'll set it up. The Mustangs of Stevenson. First time in the box here this afternoon. Just underway. They won the first face-off. Good stick movement out there by these Mustangs. Crow pass dangerously across the middle. It was caught by Camden. Nice pass over in the left wing. Shot just like that. Bobby, there's a score, and it's Mark Pennington, his 32nd goal.
Yeah, he's, it was just good ball movement on the part of the Mustangs. Before that opportunity, Ron, they converted 20 of 66 for 30%. Now that makes them 21 for 67. And as we said early, not even a minute into the game, the Maroons can't afford to let this one get away early.
No, they can't. They have to counter here quickly. You don't want to fall 3 and 4 goals behind. Clark Lewis again will face off against Sam White. This time, Bobby, it was Heiken.
That was too easy.
Heiken comes up quickly, pass over in the left side. Shots put up there by Panton again, and he goes wide right, but they'll maintain possession of the ball. behind the net, Tyler Reed. Tyler Reed will work with Dashel. Dashel being guarded closely out there by Pancoast. Dashel comes around, button hook. Can he get a shot off? No, he can't. Good crossover move. And again, Pancoast with outstanding defense, Bobby.
Yeah, outstanding defense. And the Mustangs are going to come back out and set it up again.
Nick Rossi, right wing, shot down low. Good block out there by Peace.
Mustangs maintain position.
And Peace has to be careful because he don't get that 5-second break to get back in the crease there. But good hustle. Hannington sends it all the way back out front to Crow. I wanted to say Cheryl Crow. All right, quick foot movement out there by Green. Green's just going to set it up around the horn back behind the goal. Again, giving it to Tyler Reed. Reed being hacked out there by Paco. Tyler Reed tries to get into the crease. He does. Bobby, how did he beat his defender out there? Paco, I'll never know.
I'm not sure, Ron. They may have called him in the crease. We're going to see. No goal
No
in the
goal.
crease.
It looked like he had his foot on the line.
Nice officiating there because both of them got together and conferred. One of them thought it was good. The other said no. They went to the side of no.
So a big break there for the Maroons to dodge that bullet.
Yeah, that really was, Ron. Let's see if they can generate some offense here.
Maroons trail here 1-0. 13 minutes to play here in this first quarter. Here comes your Maroons coming off the field out there. For Roanoke College will be Marcus Terrell.
And Joey Dishaw's in for Roanoke College.
Will Pilot in the right corner. Flips it back there to Lackland behind the goal. Man-to-man defense. Tight man-to-man defense being applied out there by the Mustangs. Tyler McWilliams. Little shake and bake move. Comes across. Gets a pick set out there by Will Platt. McWilliams shot. Oh, wow. What a tremendous save by Demetrius Pacoons.
Pacoons with a 61% save average on the year.
McWilliams with a quick hitter to the right corner, but McCoons comes in here, Bobby, only giving up 7 goals a game.
Yeah, he's an outstanding goalie, Ron, and he is a young man. I'm trying to think where he's from. He's actually a 5'9", 151-pounder from Baltimore, Maryland. Calvert Hall.
Maryland, the hotbed of lacrosse players.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Pass down low, bring it up. Tyler Reed got a tremendous feed from Peter Green, and that's going to be Tyler Reed's 25th goal of the season.
Assist for number 12, Peter Green.
They're making it look awful easy right now, Ron. I'll tell you what.
Yes,
Roanoke's
they
got
are.
to settle down and see if they can find some offense here.
We could make a creature feature in here, the invasion of the stink bugs. We got them everywhere here. Oh, me. Bobby, YouTube, some people got together here at Roanoke College, and you know the Harlem Shake is real big right now. It's a dance. Well, they've come out with one called the Roanoke Wobble, and I've seen it. And it's pretty cool, and it's back it up. So I'm going to be wobbling here as soon as they score a goal.
Well, I tell you, Billy Pilot's going to call a timeout, but I tell you, Ron, the Roanoke Wobble, at my age, that's probably a good dance for me.
We'll take a break, a 60-second break right here. The Mustangs on top 2-0 at the 12-minute mark. And we're back here at Donald J. Kerr Stadium. Bobby, the Mustangs are everything they were billed to be, coming in here as the number 3 ranked team in the nation as they hold a 2-0 lead 3 minutes into this match.
Yeah, and it's early yet. 12:08 to go here in the first quarter, but they completely dominated, and then 3 for 3. Well, nope, they turned that one over.
Spencer Parsons alertly picks that face-off up, and Bobby, no better time for Spencer and company to put one in that net right here.
Yeah, they need to get some momentum going here and make the Mustangs realize this is their home field, and they're going to protect it.
Both the Fogos go off Hayden in the far right corner over there in the shade. It's kind of shade and sun. Hayden double team, can't do anything with the ball, sends it out to McWilliams. McWilliams left corner of the box. Pass down low, Pilot shot, hits the pole.
Wow. Great shot there by Pilot, and nobody behind the net, so it becomes Stevenson's ball.
So here comes your Mustangs quickly down the field. Curio. Bobby, I like the Mustangs face masks. There's that neon green.
Yeah, their colors, as we mentioned, Ron, are green and white, and they wear them well.
So a turnover down there, and it's going to be recovered by the Maroons. It was a good pickup by Will Carter, and Will's going to set it up down here. Gives it to Dubois. Dubois goes right wing. Little shake and bake move. Can he spin around and get a shot off? He's working it. Bobby, he's really working that stick good. Left, right, left, right.
I'll tell you, the Mustangs playing good defense right now, Ron. They're collapsing on the zone. They're going man-to-man, then they collapse down low, and Roanoke hasn't had but one good attempt so far.
Cocky. Nice feed to Lachlan. Lachlan's little low grounder is blocked out there. Once again, Demetrius Pecunes with a tremendous save. Bob, if you noticed, they're playing tight man-to-man defense, the Mustangs are, but whenever any one of the Maroons makes a drive to the center of the crease, it's like 6 of them collapse.
They collapse or slide off their man. They're playing real good defense, and as we mentioned coming in, they allow less than 6 goals a game. So,
little bouncer by Cocky. Didn't fool anybody, and it was another good save out there by Pecunes, his 3rd one so far this early match. 10-15 mark. The Mustangs on top 2-0. There's a loose ball in front of the net, and a good pickup out there by Paco. I think it's going to be a bad year for the Stink Bugs, Bobby.
I tell you what, I'm fighting them tooth and nail here in the booth.
And they're winning, I'm telling you.
I'm telling you.
Stink Bugs 3, Bob Southern scoreless. Big winding shot by Joe Dishaw goes wide over the net, and Joey will come out. And the Maroons maintain possession. Falling down out there is Will Pilot, but he manages to hold on to it. He's double teamed. And there's a stick poke, and it's going to be a turnover. And whistle and a yellow flag out here midways.
I think Will Pilot got hit in the head there. And I think Coach Campabene is upset because the official closest to the play did not signal. It was the official at midfield here. And it's going to be a slash in 1 minute. And boy, he's giving the ref an earful.
Well, Parker Bratton falls into the sin bin. And for you that don't know what that is, it's the penalty box. Just one of our little catchphrases.
One of yours.
Bob Southern on the right. I'm Ron Myers. Reed over here working the board. Lord of the board, the engineer here today. All right, Roanoke College with a man-up advantage. They need to take advantage of it desperately. As they trail here 2-0, they don't want to fall behind early by a lot.
And on the year, Roanoke is 15 for 50 on man up, 30%.
McWilliams working with Pilot and Hayden out front. This time Pilot will take it, just give it a little teardrop pitch to Hayden. Hayden's shot on goal was stopped and blocked out there by Nate Chastity.
Yeah, he tried to make the perfect pass, and that was a golden opportunity the Maroons let pass.
Quick in transition comes your Mustangs as Peter Green took a wild shot.
Boy, Peter Green had some mustard on that shot too, Ron. Went high, and the Mustangs maintained possession.
And, Bob, they lost a great opportunity with the one man up as they're back at full strength here.
Yeah, the Maroons did. And, again, they continue to pepper Peace in the goal. That's about their 7th shot, I believe, Ron.
Can you say that real quick 3 times?
Pepper Peace.
That's a tongue twister. All right, working back there behind the goal will be Tyler Reed for the Mustangs. Errant pass. It's going to go back
Actually
into
saved.
the
Wow.
Good save by Pannerton. And they like to have Nick Rossi set it up. Rossi with 12 goals on the year for the Mustangs. Neon orange stick out there. Rossi shot wide right. It didn't fool Peace. He was dead on it. But again, Bob, that man back there keeps possession with them.
Man close to the shot, Ron, and that's what he's back there for.
Slick pass over the middle to Michael Crow, and a great stag out there by the goalie Peace.
Boy, that was a good save. He tried to beat him high right, and Peace was up to the task. Nice save by Charles Peace.
2-0 Mustangs, 8 minutes to play here in this first quarter. Warm day, 2 days before spring. Temperature's right at 81 degrees today. Bob, tomorrow's supposed to be 85.
85, and I tell you, all the folks have come out to watch this game tonight.
Pilot sneaks around front, shot down low, ring it up.
Boy, a nice shot down low on the right-hand side, and that's Pilot's 21st goal of the year and that's exactly what Roanoke needed to get back in this game.
Great shot, good hustle by Pilot. Good stick movement, and beat the goalie, Demetrius Precunes, on the top right side.
I think Will might have gotten hit after that shot, too, because he's bending over from the waist. He looks okay, but maybe just got the wind knocked out of him.
Well, the one thing these Stevenson Mustangs do play is very, I call it nasty defense.
Physical defense.
Physical. They do hit you with the stick, and they take chances getting away with a slash if they can.
Now, this will be the fourth face-off here. Stevenson is 2-1. Actually, they won the third one, too, but the young man lost possession of it, so we'll see what happens here.
Clark Lewis going against Brent Hyken. Hyken 69 for 101 on the season in face-offs. And there's movement, and the Maroons have it. Big break, Bobby.
That is a good break for the Roanoke College Maroons.
See if Spencer Parsons can lead the charge here and take advantage of it. Down to Richard Lachlan, left wing. Lachlan comes out of the box, and he's going to let Hayden set it up. Hayden with 13 goals on the season. Substitution made out there as Parsons comes out, and Dubois comes back in. Dubois stick checked out there, but he hangs on to it. Hayden goes into the box, left wing.
Well, he's just trying to run over the defender.
Being head-butted. Oh, it was a crisp pass out there to Will Pilot. Bobby was wide open.
Couldn't handle it, and the Mustangs gained possession.
Those are the ones you got to have.
Callum Robinson, the sophomore defenseman from Perth, Australia, on that ground ball. 6'4", 230 pounds.
They've got some big kids out there, no doubt about it.
That's a big defenseman at any college level, Division I, II, or III.
Dashiell works behind the goal. 6:48 here in the first quarter. Stevenson up 2-1. Number 3 team in the nation, run up number 16 in the nation. And no love loss in the warm-ups between these two, I tell you.
Yeah, there was a little bit of jawing going on.
And it's part of the game. Tompkins, a quick blast down low, and Bobby, that's the best save of the year by Peace.
I'll tell you, another great save by Peace. He's really played well here in the first quarter, kept the Maroons in the game here.
Will Carter being dogged out there by Pumphrey, being butchered with that stick.
Boy, Warren Pumphrey, yeah, 5'11", 175 from St. Mary's in Annapolis, Maryland. He was all over him.
Yeah, he was chopping him up like a Thanksgiving turkey. All right, Tyler McWilliams comes all the way back out to the midfield circle, and he's just going to give it to Cocky and let Cocky set it up as Dubois comes back into the game.
Yeah, Roanoke trying to settle into their offense. Don't want to do anything in a hurry. They want to make sure they get a good shot.
Cocky, Dubois winds up, shoots, and it's high left. And the Maroons keep it. Tyler McWilliams was back there closest to it.
Well, it's nice to see the Maroons putting some pressure on the Stevenson defense and their goalie.
Tyler McWilliams comes right side. Quick pass out front. Shot put up hard by Dubois, and it's going to be a flag. Bobby, he was hit right in the face.
Yeah, he was hit in the face, Ron, and also, too, the shot hit the post. So the Maroons, again, will have a one-man advantage here. Didn't convert on the last one. Maybe they can change that right now.
I believe the penalty is going to be on Callan Robinson, number 10 for the Mustangs, and he is. So they got a 60-second man up.
Stevenson penalty, cross-check, 1 minute.
That was a cross-check called on Robinson, as we mentioned. He's 6'4", 230 from down under, and he put the Maroon player down under.
And we appreciate Will Satterfield relaying those penalties up here because we can't see them.
Can't see them.
They go to the other side of the field. That's where they do all the work out there. So the Maroons with a man up. They'll let. It's like Dubois is going to be bringing it in. And he does. Here we go. Dubois out front to Pilot. They're working around the horn. Shugrew into the lineup now. Shugrew, quick pass to McWilliams. Back out here to Dubois. Bobby, I like McWilliams. He's quick as lightning.
Yeah, they're playing steady out here, but they don't let the time get away without attempting a shot here.
And they're being patient on this man-up advantage here. Dubois, again, back out front. He'll set it up. Quick pass, left side. Shot hits the side of the iron. It was put up by McWilliams.
Boy, it was a good shot. It was a tough angle, but it was a good shot.
4:50 to play here in the first. Not much time left, Bobby, on the penalty over there to Pannerton. Hayden out front to Pilot. Shot way wide right, put up by Connor Dubois.
And boy, the Maroons let another opportunity slip away. That's 0 for 2 in the extra man.
Yeah, when you get those opportunities, you got to take advantage of them, especially against a team as good as Stevenson is. Stevenson in their all black and white with green, and the Maroons out there in their white tops today and black pants. And here comes Pannerton. There's going to be a flag, and it's going to be a cross check, Bobby.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that was not a good foul there. Looked like Marcus Terrell there on the push, and now Stevenson's going to have the extra man up. And they converted on the one attempt they had.
And Bobby, I don't know if you noticed, that was the goalie that was all the way down here inside the box. Pecoons, I looked and said, how did he get down there? I never seen him. So they're a man up, the Mustangs are. Not what Roanoke College wanted to see here at the 4:17 mark and trailing 2-1.
And as we mentioned earlier, I'll tell you what, Stevenson 21 for 67 on man advantages, having converted their one attempt this evening.
And the Mustangs will have it behind the Roanoke College goal. Daschle will send it all the way out front to Tyler Reed. Again, back to Crow. Crow pass wide open with a hot shot was Daschle that goes just a wide left.
I tell you, Daschle, that was a laser, Ron. That was a laser.
Well, Daschle sits over here parked in the right corner, and Paco's got to be careful because before he knows, he's right on top of you. Good passing out there. And a great save again by Peace.
Well, I tell you what, that young man is keeping the Maroons in the game, Ron. That's 3 great saves, and I don't mean just easy saves. Those are 3 great saves here he's had in the first quarter.
Reed had a tremendous shot and a good look. And there's an errant pass, but luckily out there picking it up will be Mike Lintner. And they lose it.
Yeah, they turned it over there. Lintner was too fast with the ball there. He should have probably just maintained possession until it settled down. And once again, the Mustangs have the ball in the offensive end.
Well, Lintner's got that long stick. Kind of hard to control it sometimes. Clock continues to run down to 3 minutes here. 2-1. Stevenson on top of Roanoke College in the first quarter of play.
And the Maroons survived that extra man advantage there, so.
Burgoyne, shot, and he get it? Yes.
Yeah, he got it. Beat Pease in the 5-hole between his legs there. And while the Maroons took care of that extra man opportunity, not clearing the ball came back to haunt him.
Burgoyne, and it wasn't really that tough of a shot. It didn't have a whole lot of mustard on it. It just beat Peace on the bad side of him. So that makes it 3-1 here, Mustangs.
Well, as we said in the pregame round, they came in averaging 52 shots a game, and it's still in the first quarter, and now I can understand why they average 52 shots a game. Very efficient, well-run offense so far.
And the sun finally goes down behind the dorms here on the Maroon campus. Donald J. Kerr Stadium. That temperature will drop a little bit too. And you know, Bobby, they appreciate it out there on that plastic grass.
Oh, I'm sure they will, Ron.
2:30 to play here. Mustangs on top 3-1. Good defense out there by the Maroons. Will Carter. And credit that to Will Carter.
Yeah, it forced Nick Rossi, a senior midi from Lutherville, Maryland, to an errant pass, and the Maroons take control.
Goalie Peace clears it. Up to Dubois. Dubois into the box. Right corner, nothing there. He's going to give it to Joey Dishaw. Dishaw 3 goals on the season. And Dishaw's going to give it back to Tyler Cockey. Cockey 4 goals for him. through this midway part of the season. Good pass inside. Lachlan, tremendous save by Demetrius Powell.
Wow, that was a tremendous save, Ron. I mean, that was a great shot from Lachlan, but the goalie, Pecunes, was up for the task there. That was a great save.
Down low, and he got that stick down there quick enough to knock it out. And if you're a Stevenson fan, the good thing is the ball came right into your defenseman. And you're back on the attack here with 1:30 to play and leading 3-1. Bullet by Crow. Good save again by Peace.
Well, I said it earlier, Ron. Charles Peace has been nothing but outstanding in the nets tonight. He's continuing where he picked off on last Saturday night against the Lynchburg team.
Good stick movement out there. Again, a one-hopper put up by Burgon and a good save by Peace.
Oh, and an errant pass, and he gives it right back to the Mustangs.
Wow. So, dangerous pass over the middle. It just could not be caught out there by Dishaw. And again, another shot on goal attempted by Pat Camden. This time it's wide right, and the Maroons get it back.
And good hustle by Peace to be closest to that ball.
And Peace clears it all the way over the midfield line. Dangerous pass, but will Pilot come away with it? 50 seconds to play here in this first quarter. Fortman getting some action here now. Over to Hayden. Hayden trips and falls and gets back up real quick. Pass was to Spencer Parsons. He couldn't get a good grip on it.
He just fanned on the shot there. He had the opportunity, but he fanned on the shot.
There was a loose ball pickup out there, and it's going to be Bratton to get it. And with 25 seconds left, see if they can't get a shot off on goal on the Maroons here. Rossi. I'll call him Martini and Rossi on the turf. Rossi going the full distance. Tried a sneaky little pass right in front of the crease to Dashaw. And it goes out of bounds. Bobby, 12 seconds. They got enough time.
Yeah, they got enough time, Ron. You know, as we mentioned, too, I would think that in the first quarter, Stevenson's winning the battle of the ground balls. Coming into this game, they had 538 ground balls to the opposition's 396. So, and there they go again.
Long shot on goal attempted out there by the Maroons. That Fortman threw it the length of the field. But, Bobby, I got to think that Coach Pilot's content just being down 3-1.
Yeah, I think he is, Ron. I think they survived the initial onslaught, and they come away 3-1. They had several opportunities there to cut into the lead. But right now he's probably just telling them, calm down. Let's go back to playing our game. We're in this game big time.
And we'll take a break right here on your Maroon Webcast Network. We're back here, Donald J. Kerr Stadium, getting ready to get this second quarter underway. Mustangs on top, 3-1. Bobby, if you're a Maroon, thank goodness you got Peace in the crease, because if you didn't, odds are this game could be about 7-1.
Yeah, and Peace in the crease has been peppered too, Ron. So there you go. He's been playing extremely well.
Look down in front of us here, a huge crowd on hand here today at Kerr Stadium. Bob and Wendy Rotance. course, Rotan's a member of the national championship team. Face-off one out there by the Mustangs, and 8 seconds into it, bring it up again. Pennington beats Peace on the right corner.
And that's Pennington's 33rd goal of the year, Ron.
7 seconds into this quarter, and attributed, Bobby, to winning the face-off.
Yeah, that's the whole thing, Ron. They are so good at that aspect of the game that it gives them a lot of opportunities for fast break points.
Lights come on here at Kerr Stadium. This game will probably end up around 9 o'clock. There's movement, and the Maroons get it. Illegal movement was out there by Sam White. Clark. And rushing off the field will be Mike Lintner. Clark Lewis will stay out there.
You know, Ron, I had an opportunity to talk to my brother-in-law about face-offs. I watched the film of it. There's a lot of things going on in that face-off that folks aren't privy to. It's an amazing aspect of the game.
Shot, put up, bingo! Connor Dubois beat his man on the left side, high pocket.
Boy, that's a great answer goal there for the Maroons.
Well, Bob, I would like to think that when they're down there getting ready to face off, they're just probably asking, how's your family? Mom doing okay?
I don't think so, Ron.
Is your daughter still dating that same guy? It's probably a friendly.
You know, if you watch the film, which I found fascinating, you can clamp down on the other your opponent's stick. You can actually move your hand to get to the ball. That's why when you see this where there is no face-off and they call an obstruction or what I want to say, put one team at a disadvantage, the officials, they're determined that it's done properly. But you can be pretty crafty at it if you know what you're doing.
I'm sure there's more to it than that, too. We won't get into that one.
No, there was movement on Roanoke's part that time.
So this time, Stevenson benefits by the movement. Rubenston will bring it up for the Mustangs. Left corner, Pannington.
And Ron, this kid Pennington, he's only a southpaw. He's from Niskayuna, New York.
They're young. Reed informed me that Roanoke goalie Peace, his freshman year, he beat this team here in the final, the Elite Eight at goalie, so he calls this his best team to play against. And he's played well so far. He's only down 4-2. A lot of that due to his good defense in the crease. Again, the Mustangs patient on offense. Burgon goes behind the Roanoke College goal, and his shot's way wide left. Good defense, Bobby, by Troy Grogan.
Yeah, he covered him very, very tightly there, and he really didn't have an angle on his shot.
13:30 left here in this second quarter. Mustangs on top. There's a bullet right laser shot out there by Tompkins, and again, say the name Peace in the crease. Loose ball, good ground ball come up out there by Jerry. Geary takes it all the way down to the right corner. Back out front to Parsons.
It was a good pickup there by Geary. He wasn't able to handle the initial pass, but he followed it through and ended up coming up with the ground ball there.
Bobby, this Maroon team is so much better today than they were week one.
Oh, absolutely, Ron. And as we said in the pregame, Coach Billy Pilot and his staff, a lot of kudos to them because they brought this young team along extremely well, playing with a lot more confidence and ability. And
Hayden with an errant pass out front. And luckily out there was McWilliams to pick it up. Dishaw back over to Hayden, right wing, down low. Pilot, bring it up.
Boy, what a great pass. What a great pass.
Tremendous pass.
Boy, Hayden hit Pilot right on the button, and Pilot, the goalie had no chance.
And Pilot goes 6'12" and a quarter, so you knew when he jumped, that was money in the bank.
Yeah, McCunes had no chance. That was a great assist and a great shot by Pilot. That's the second one of the night. It's 22nd of the year.
When that ball hit the back of the net, all you could hear was, would you like to make another transaction? Demetrius. All right, Mustangs trying to counter, and they do.
Wow.
6 seconds after the face-off, coming out with it was Brent Hyken. And, Bobby, he was 68 for 100 coming in. And where was the defense?
Well, I'll tell you what, Ron, the defense is actually the face-off man, and he just beat him downfield, and nobody slid as far as the defense goes, and he just took it straight to the goal, and Peace never had a chance there. I bet you that didn't take all of 7 seconds.
And Hyken's 5'10", 223, and he moves like he's running a 4.340.
Yeah, he's a pretty fast young man, I'll tell you what.
That's where that size on those face-offs is so big. You got a guy 230, 235, 240. Loose out there, and it'll be picked up again. This time Peter Green has it. Green, another big young man. Green guarded closely out there by Geary. 12-10, 5-3 lead here by the Mustangs. Tyler Reed. And now the Mustangs are going to be content to get a little more patient here with their ball movement.
The Maroons missed a golden opportunity there. They had the ball knocked away, and two Maroon players ran right by it, and the Mustangs picked it up.
And Rossi will work it around out front. Rossi flips it back over to Crow. Crow in here with 16 goals on the season. Crow being hacked out there by Will Carter, the Maroon defenseman. There's a loose ball in there, and it's picked up by the Maroons.
Nice defense there by the Roanoke College Maroons, and they give it right back.
And Paco just couldn't quite hang on to it.
Legal procedure against the Maroons. He lost his stick. And again, it comes down to ground balls, Ron.
There's going to be a laser put up and in by Peter Green. He was wide open, nobody around him.
Peter Green, a senior from Hereford, Maryland.
Peter Green.
You can't give somebody that wide open a shot, Bobby, from 15 feet out.
Yeah, and Peace had left a goal and probably didn't get back quite in time, even though he was set. I don't think he was prepared for that shot. But give credit to the Mustangs. Again, they're coming up with those loose balls and maintaining offensive possession.
And they're checking a stick out there. And he gets the green light.
And Ron, while I got a chance, I'm going to give a shout out to Joe and Marge Dishaw in Yorktown Heights, New York. Joe and Marge are the parents of Joe Dishaw, co-owner of Mac and Bob's, a Salem landmark, and they are the grandparents of Joe's freshman son, Joey Dishaw. Joey has really come into his own lately. On the year, he has 4 goals and 6 assists. And let's not forget their granddaughter, Shannon Dishaw, a valuable member of the Salem Spartans State Championship basketball team. All in all, quite a year for the Dishaw family.
And she's also an outstanding soccer player,
Absolutely.
too. And just a junior. Here comes your Maroons. Good pass. Pilot, his little jump shot was knocked down, and it's picked up and stolen out there by Kyle Holcheck. 6-3 Mustangs on top here in the second quarter, too.
Yeah, I think Will was trying to make an extra pass instead of taking that shot.
Well, after run-up pull within 1, the Mustangs have countered with 2 quick goals. Bobby, what a tremendous basketball game last night.
Yeah, I didn't see much of it, Ron, but I understand it was. My son, who is up at James Madison, said it was one of the best basketball games he ever has watched, and a large part of that, from what I understand, is the officials let the young men play.
And kudos to Roanoke's very own Luke Hancock, a Hidden Valley graduate. Shot wide right by Peter Green again. And, Bobby, it's the only time a non-starter has won the MVP.
Yeah, and you know what's funny, Ron? They don't call it the MVP. They call it the MOP, the most outstanding player, not the most valuable player.
Pennington shot wide.
And it's, like you said, kudos to him. We saw him play in high school here. We wish his family the best. We understand his dad suffering an illness at the present time, so our thoughts and prayers go out to Luke and his family, and hopes for a speedy recovery.
You know, not only are both these teams good and have outstanding players out there, another shot wide by Crow. Both these coaches, Pilot for Roanoke College, 20-plus years here, and also Canabini, who's in his 9th season. And, Bobby, he's coached at some good schools.
Oh, he really has, Ron. He's coached at Maryland, Towson State. He's got an 8-year record of 126 and 36 here. And to top it all off, he was a tremendous lacrosse player in his own right. According to one publication, he was Major Leagues Lacrosse best face-off man ever. And maybe that's where Stevenson is winning these face-offs, because they have a great teacher.
Again, Peace was asked to come up with a big save, and he did. As the Maroons trail by 3 here. Roanoke College will be back in action tomorrow in Bridgewater up in Harrisonburg, Virginia.
And Peace has got the ball on the offensive side.
And there's a flag. It's going to be against.
I'm not sure who it's against, Ron. It might be
Stevens.
offsides.
It's going to be offsides. But there won't be a stoppage of play until Maroons lose possession of the ball or score a goal. Dubois will work it out front there with Cocky. Dubois.
Well, I guess if it's offsides, you can continue to be offsides until you lose possession, because the Mustangs have 8 players in the defensive end.
Dubois comes around. Oh, and his shot's just wide to the right side.
That's interesting. I never realized that if you're offsides, you can continue to be offsides until the penalty is called, because Stevenson was playing with 8 defenders and only 2 people on the offensive end of the field.
You're right, and Rossi will come out. Whole bunch of changes being made out there now for the Maroons. So you're going to have Hayden out there, Dubois, McWilliams, Lachlan,
Stevenson penalty.
Pilot,
30 seconds.
and Shugru.
They're a man up for 30 seconds here, Ron, and they have to convert on one of these if they hope to stay in this game. This is their 3rd opportunity tonight, and the first 2 were not successful.
Yeah, you got to come out with something on a 3-man ups.
And again, this is only a 30-second penalty, so they have to try to do it as quickly as possible. Don't let the 30-second clock run out.
Pilot behind the goal, flips it to McWilliams. McWilliams in the far opposite side wing, and back out of the box it'll come. Back down to Hayden, right side. Pilot behind the goal again, 8:27 before the half. Pass over the middle, Laughlin's shot. It almost knocked out Will Pilot.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was a cannon. He's trying to beat him high right and just missed.
Time running out on this man up here. Only a few seconds left to try to get another shot off here, and they're at full strength again.
Yes, they are.
Oh, Bobby, I thought Shugru had a great opportunity there. Hayden shot, it's a bouncer, but there's a whistle. And
Pilot had called timeout before the shot, Ron.
Oh, nobody's going to kick himself worse than that.
Yeah, it's just a sense of timing. You know, Bill Pilot would like to have that one back, but he saw something he didn't like.
And Hayden had that hard one hopper that went right up into the top of the goal. We'll take a 60-second break here, 6-3. The Mustangs on top.
Can I say
Donald J. Kirk Stadium?
Can I say Chris Webber?
Yeah. And we're back here at Donald J. Kerr Stadium. Also tonight at 9 o'clock is the Run Up College Tuesday night show. And Richmond, Bramlett, and Reed do a real nice job. It's done live, Bobby, at Mike and Bob's Restaurant.
Yeah, it's Ron, and it's broadcast over Comcast TV, Channel 7, I understand, and because I get Direct TV, I'm not able to see that.
Yeah, same with me. I have Dish, so I can't see it either. All right, with 7:50 to play before the half, the Maroons need to get off the snide. Good pass inside. Joey Dishaw, ring it up.
Joey Dishaw with a great shot. That's his 5th goal of the year, and the Maroons pull back to within 2, 6-4.
Joey was streaking right down Main Street, USA. Got the great feed. And Dishaw knows what to do with it when he gets it.
And I'll tell you what, nobody feels better about that than Coach Will Pilot. It took him off the hot seat for that timeout, but that's just part of the game.
So that's goal number 4 for the Maroons. They only trail by 2 here, 6-4. And Bob, let's see if the Maroons can't stop Brent Hyken here, the face-off man. Now, this time it's White. And White loops it up again. White being guarded closely out there by Clark. And they'll both come off.
Wyatt did his job, and he's going off the field.
Good stick work out there by the Maroon defenseman, Brandon Geary.
Boy, Geary did a nice job there on that, and then he gets checked back.
But alertly picking it up will be Jackson Myers. He's got to be a good player. Bobby's name's spelled just like mine.
And the Stevenson Mustangs photographer got bowled over there on the sideline.
Yes, he did, but he bounces up and keeps on snapping. Kind of like them turtles.
I knew that was coming.
Snapping turtle soup. Number 32 on your menu. All right, 6:45 before the half. Maroons trail by 2. Bob, this would be a great opportunity to score right here.
Oh, big possession here.
Hayden charges to the right side, gives it to Pilot behind the goal. Pilot working it all the way around the other side of the field. Spencer Parsons to Hayden, back again Pilot. And he can't pilot till Dishaw cuts it. Here we go. Parsons again. Parsons breaking down the right side. McWilliams. Lackland couldn't do anything with it. Good shot put up out there by Fortman, but it goes just a little bit wide left. The Maroons will keep it with 6 minutes to play before the half. Again, Pilot's going to work it with Hayden here on the press box side. Into the box goes Hayden behind the goal. Nice shake and bake move. Pass.
Hit the post. He hit the post, Ron.
Pass was to Fortman. Fortman shot, like he said, hit the left iron.
Boy, that had goal written all over it.
Good look by Fortman. And a turnover. It's still loose. Who's going to come up with it? And alertly, Curio comes up for the Mustangs. Quick clearing pass to Rubenstein. 5:20 to play before the half here. There's a whistle. And a timeout's called. And we'll take it to 6-4. Stevenson on top of the College Maroons right here on your Maroon Webcast Network. Welcome back here to Kerr Stadium after that Stevenson timeout. The Mustangs lead the Maroons 6-4, 5:24. Bob, it's been an outstanding, exciting game.
Yeah, there's only been 5 penalties called, I think, Ron, and it's been a well-played, fast-paced game. Good action on both sides. If we say that, Stevenson comes out and throws the ball away after a timeout. And Coach Canabenny's got to be upset.
Quick movement out there for the Roanoke College Maroons. Will Carter's pass errant, thrown away. Another turnover for the Maroons.
Well, actually, it was a save, Ron, by the goalie.
I couldn't tell if he was trying to put a shot on goal or if he was trying to hit Pilot in the back.
Yeah, I don't think he had as much on it as he thought he did.
Again, patient, quick movement by the Mustangs. Pannington works the ball all the way back out front to Michael Crow. Crow comes back into the box, right side. Looks back corner, nothing going on back here for him. Shot hits a stump on the right side.
Boy, I'll tell you what, that was another laser. Nice shot, nice save, by Peace on the rebound.
Peace with a huge save of Mark Pannington's shot. And here comes your Maroons. Left side shot, little hot pepper shot by Nick Wolf. And a good save again out there by Dimitri Picoons.
And I tell you what, Juan, I think his shot actually hit the top of the post. So back-to-back shots hitting the post for both teams.
So Fortman will come back in. Spencer Parsons comes back in. Dubois comes back in. Fortman, shake and bake left-hander. It hits the defender, number 9, Holacek, right in the chest. And Holacek with that long stick brings it up.
And Holacek, another big defenseman there. He goes 6'3", 220 from Reisterstown, Maryland.
Crow's pass inside. It's deflected. It was intended for Daschle. And a good come up by the Maroons. Only to be lost again. Good stick check out there by Pennington.
Yeah, and Troy Grogan was the one who made the initial stop for the Roanoke College Maroons.
3:30 left before the half. 6-4. Stevenson College on top of Roanoke College here. Donald J. Kerr Stadium, downtown city of Salem. Nice save back there by Camden. Went down on one knee to keep it from going out of bounds, and his shot is not even close.
I'm surprised he called that a shot, Ron. That's what the Maroon faithful are saying. I don't think that was a shot. I think he was trying to go across the mouth of the goal with a pass, but the official didn't see it that way.
I think so. I agree with you there. So Crow out front with it. Guarded closely by Geary. Wide open in the middle. The shot was just a little bit left. Nick Ross will never have an opportunity like that. And you can hear the displeasure of the Roanoke fans.
Yeah, it was a foot race to the side, and they thought that it looked like Pancoast was closest to the ball, but the official saw it the other way, so the Mustangs retained possession.
Bobby, I would say there's close to 500 people here. A laser shot out there, put up good by Bill Burgone.
Stevenson goal, number 21, Chris Daschle.
Oh, they give it to Daschle. I'm sorry. Bobby, it seems like the Maroons can get up there and knock on the door, but they can't get in.
Yeah, they just if they can get it to one goal, that would be their primary purpose here in the first half, or even two at the half wouldn't be bad. But that was Daschle's 16th goal and 44th point of the year.
That's like that old song, I hear you knocking, but you can't come in. Face off. Flipped out, and it will be won again by the Mustangs. Pete Green. 2:30 left before the half. The lead is back to 3 by the Mustangs. Getting it over the midfield line is Bratton. Bratton finds long stickman Rubenstein. His shot goes wide, and it's a scrum back there between Peace and a couple of Mustangs, and coming out with it will be the Maroons. Looks like Pancoast.
And I'll tell you, that was a great save there by Peace. He tried to beat him low when he was up to the task, and I'll tell you what, if that had gone in, that would have been, again, a big momentum boost for the Mustangs. They would have gone up 8-4.
Good stick work by Pancoast to clear that ball out. He gives it to Hayden. Hayden on the far right side goes behind the goal, looking for a cutter over the middle. Nobody there. A hot shot by Spencer Parsons goes wide to the left side.
And Parsons would like to have that one back round. He had an open look and just threw it or fired it high.
Lachlan will set it up this time for the Maroons. Lachlan flips it to Rossano. Back to Lachlan. Lachlan behind the goal. 1:20 to play before the half. 7-4 lead by the Mustangs. Lachlan working that left arm, on pushing off and getting away with it. Shot goes out of bounds, but the Maroons keep it.
Good effort there by Lachlan to try and get it within 2. Nothing more the Maroons would like is to get one here to end the half.
Hayden and Dubois. Dubois just flips it gingerly into Parsons' stick. Parsons, right side, he's got a shot. Oh, good save again by Picoons.
When Parsons hurt his hip.
Looks like he's favoring that hip.
Yeah, he really does, Ron. I think he might have stumbled out there on the turf.
Might have got a hip pointer. So Dishaw comes in to replace Parsons. Down to 45 seconds. Try to get one more good quality, high quality shot off here. Tight man-to-man defense being applied by the Mustangs. Hayden looks up at the scoreboard, 35 seconds. Nice crossover move there by Hayden. Left side, Dubois. Dubois shot, got it!
Just what the Maroons wanted there, Ron. I'll tell you, that was a great shot. He beat the goalie low left side. 25 seconds to go in the half. The Maroons have to hopefully win this face-off and not give the Mustangs that extra opportunity to get that goal back. If they can go in at 7-5, that's a big momentum builder for them.
Big is right to win this face-off. You don't necessarily have to score a goal, just don't let them have the ball.
Absolutely.
You go in after scoring that goal, you're only down 2, 7-5. And you're playing against a team, Bobby, what'd you say they averaged?
52 shots a game, Ron.
21 goals a game, too, I believe.
16.
So, just as soon as we said it, Hyken comes straight down the field after he wins the face-off. Down to 15 seconds. Now they've got a chance, Bobby, to get off one shot as Dashiell works it. Dashiell being stick-checked out there by Geary. Down to 8 seconds, down to 7. He'll flip it over to Rossi. Rossi, laser, wide left. Clock stops with 1.5 seconds. I doubt there'll be time for another shot. Pass over the middle, shot wide. And after 2 quarters of play, Stevenson Mustangs 7, Roanoke College Maroons 5. We'll get the stats, come back here and fill you in on it. And we'll talk about this first half of action right here on your Maroon Webcast Network. Welcome back here once again to Donald J. Kerr Stadium. We're about 8 minutes and 23 seconds before we get this third quarter underway. The Maroons trail 7-5. I have a special guest up here from the 1978 National Championship team, none other than Mr. Bob Broadcast. Bob, what did you think of that first half of action?
I think it's pretty good. Are they ranked, 2 or 3 in the country? Where are they ranked?
Ranked number 3.
Number 3. I think it's a great first half for a number 3 team, and they got plenty of time to make a couple corrections, and they're definitely in the hunt. I think it was a pretty good half.
Great goal out there by Joe Dishaw, cutting across the middle. But, you know, if it wasn't for the goalie piece, his play in the first half, that could easily be down probably 14-5.
Well, I heard he's pretty unconscious in the Lynchburg game, and I'll tell you, you get a goalie like that playing and is playing hot. That's a big help. And you're right. I think he's playing outstanding. I think we could probably shoot a little bit better. I think we're getting good shots, but we're not shooting as accurately as we could. I think maybe a little better selection on offside ball, offside stick, and other than that, though, I think they're playing pretty well.
One of the big advantages that me and color man Bob Southern noticed, you've got Sam White and also Brent Hyken. They're 2 face-off specialists. Hyken come in here 68 for over 100, and White was 96 for 151. Both of those 2 face-off guys go 6'3", 6'4", 230 pounds. That's big.
Really, I didn't realize because you get that perspective from watching that. I know they're tall, but I didn't know that big. They're good, and they got good speed too. Yeah, that's as you know, in lacrosse, that's a huge advantage when you get. I don't know what the face-off numbers are, but they're definitely in Stevenson's favor.
Bob, going back to lacrosse in the 70s, the equipment has changed. I mean, the game is still the same. You still got to put the ball into the back of the net. But what is the biggest difference you've seen from your playing days to today?
I think the overall team stick skills are so much better. I mean, you had to go lefty and righty, but it's like a second nature now. I mean, the stick skills I think overall are much improved since the 70s.
Oh, and back in the 70s, growing up as a kid, especially me going to high school, every time you went down a neighborhood, the kids had basketballs or they had footballs. Now you go in a neighborhood, they've all got the sticks.
Yeah, actually, I grew up in Long Island, so in my neighborhood they had sticks back in the 60s and 70s, but that's Baltimore, Long Island. It's like two of the hot spots. But outside of that, I think you're right, and it's kind of neat because they're all over my neighborhood too, Ronnie. I mean, it's kind of fun. It's seeing because when I first went to school here, and I remember having my lacrosse stick on Piedmont Airlines, and people were like, "What do you go crabbing with that thing?" Or they didn't know what the heck it was. I'd explain what lacrosse was, and now obviously it's so much more well known. And this area, I tell you, the Salem High School team is doing well this year. They're looking really good. They're beating some teams in Northern Virginia, so it's coming down this way. And I think and I think what's going to help Roanoke College too is when more and more kids play in this area, more high schools like they are. You see a lot of kids in the stands now from high schools, which you didn't see a whole lot of that in the past. That's kind of cool.
And one of the good ones that will be coming over here from Salem High School will be Chad Fisher, and he's going to be a good one.
Yeah, and a lot of schools are looking at him. I know the Lynchburg coach is really looking after him, and a lot of schools were. And I'm thrilled to death. We got we'll have three from the Valley. We'll have Will Pilot and then Joe Dishaw, and now the Fisher kid, which I think is great. And he's a hell of an athlete. As you know, Ronnie, you did the and Suds, you too. You guys did the football, and he's arguably one of the best football players last year to come out of this area. I mean, overall, he was on all special teams, offense, defense. He's an athlete. I told Billy Pilot, I said, you guys have an athlete, which is key. I think that's going to be good.
Well, looking also, before I forget about it, your lovely wife Wendy's up here. Now, I know she had to be rooting for Rick Pitino in Louisville because he's got a horse that's going to run in the Derby.
Oh, yeah, it's a win-win for Wendy. Yeah, that was, I'll tell you what, that was the best national championship basketball game I've ever seen. That was unbelievable.
My son would agree with you because he called me from JMU and said the same thing. And I'm sure Wendy's going to bet on Golden Sense. That's the horse because, of course, you're from Louisville. While we got
I think Shanghai Bobby.
Listen, while we got you up here, I'm not sure the audience knows, but when Wendy was a freshman at college, she actually knew that you were going to be the offensive player who would attempt to score the winning goal in the championship game. Tell the audience about that and the fact that she knew, even though she wasn't familiar with lacrosse.
Oh, it's a funny story. We had a special play that we had set up for the if we needed it, if it was a hypothetical, if we were tied, we were going to run this play, and it was a decoy where a midfielder would come in, a defenseman came in on our side of the field, which basically freed up me as a defenseman. No one thought a defenseman was going to score a goal, and it was a play where it wasn't going to shoot the ball, but I was going to have a 3-on-2. Me and two attackmen. One was Richie Graham and George Parks, both All-Americans. So it was a 3-on-2. So it was a great situation. But I told Wendy, I said, if the play comes my way, I'm going to take my stick and shake it up and down. I mean, it's coming. And she was sitting with the three captains from the year before in the stands, and she made the comment that it's going to Bob, and they're like, yeah, that's okay. This freshman from Louisville, they're going to defense, but I don't think so. And then after it happened, they're like, what the hell just happened? It was really kind of a funny story, and it was true, so it's kind of fun.
Bob, a big weekend this weekend. It's a big weekend for you guys down there at Mike and Bob's. It's alumni weekend. There's two games here, the women at 12 and the men against longtime rival Hampton-Sydney. Tell us a few of the big changes you've had going on at your restaurant.
Oh yeah, it's crazy how much business we do. All the alumni come down and they watch the game, they have dinner, and then Friday night and Saturday night it's just it's so busy. We if we have a really good Friday or Saturday, really good, it's double that alumni weekend. We start buying our alcohol last week, and we start storing it. We make 2 shipments coming in because it's crazy. It's so much fun.
And one of the big changes that I really like, and I think it's going to be successful for everything you've done in the restaurant business to turn to gold, you've put in a new 45 tap system.
Actually 80 taps, but there'll be 40 brands. We have 40 outside, 40 inside, and we went from a total of 28 taps to 80. wish I could take advantage of all this craft beer that's coming around. And there's one open in Smith Mountain Lake, and there's one open in Daleville, and there's one in Lynchburg that are going to open up within a month or two. So there's 3 more coming.
Yeah.
So I just want to have enough so I can kind of have like a lot of local presence with the Devil's Backbone in Lexington and the ones in Charlottesville. It's going to be fun.
And the old Croners on Dinosaur Corner, they'll still come in and order natty.
They'll still get the natties, the Paps, and Bud Light. So I don't think that's going to change.
Real quick, Roanoke College is still in this game. They only trail 7-5. What do they have to do to win this game?
I think when I saw the Salisbury game, it was early in the season. They had a lot of turnovers. They're not turning the ball over nearly as much, and I think that's going to be key. Possession is going to be really key, and shot selection is going to be key, and of course defense. But they're right in the hunt. I think if they played really well against Lynchburg and they tightened up, they only let in 2 goals, Lynchburg, in the second half. So if they can have hold the Mustangs to 9, I think they can get 4 or 5 goals and pull this one out. So I think it's a good shot. I think it's critical. Every good coach will tell you, or good fan, is like that first 2 or 3 minutes of that first is going to be big. If they can get a goal or stop them for a while, we can't let them get two real quick ones, and we'll be in trouble. But if we get a goal or 2 and make this 7-6, 7-7 early, I think they're going to get the feeling going.
Bob Rotans, member of the 1978 National Championship team. I appreciate you coming up here, Bob.
Oh, my pleasure. Thanks, guys.
Bobby, you got the stat sheet.
Yeah, I got the stat sheets here around. The first thing that jumps out at you is Stevenson University. 34 shots to Roanoke's 25. When we said they average 52 a game coming in, they've already got 34. The ground balls, we mentioned earlier too, that Stevenson seems to win the ground ball battle, and they're winning it big here around there. 26-12 in ground balls. Face-offs, again, Stevenson 10 of 14. Turnovers, Roanoke College has 6. I'm sorry, Roanoke College has 10. Stevenson has 6. And Charles Peace, Ron, 13 saves in the first half alone. And again, he's the one who's keeping the Maroons in the game.
Oh, I agree 110% on there. And going back to, yes, face-offs 4 of 14 for Roanoke College. They've got to double that, Bobby. If they don't, they're not going to come out on top here.
And you realize, Ron, they've won 4 of 14. They're only down 2 goals.
All right, here we go once again. Getting ready to get this third quarter underway. 7-5, there's a whistle, and it's going to be illegal movement on the Maroons. So Stevenson will start the third quarter with possession.
And that's 11 of 15 here, and Roanoke's got to reverse that trend here in the second half.
The Maroons will be back in action tomorrow as they travel up 81 north to Harrisonburg. They'll take on Bridgewater Eagles. So they're going to have to do double duty. And also the women will be in action tomorrow as they will travel to Lynchburg. And the women in there tied for first place in their conference also, the ODAC. Patient offense out there. Crow, right side, breaks to the goal, and he'll just take it behind the net. Michael Crow, 16 goals on the year. Takes it all the way to the opposite side. Quick pass over the middle. Pannington can't get a good shot on goal, so he'll just bring it back out, set it back up.
Boy, that was quick reaction by Pennington. He didn't see that ball around until it was almost in his helmet. I don't think he saw the ball coming, and he was able to maintain possession. Rossi being
hounded out there. Good stick work by Clark. Almost thrown away, but it's picked up by Peter Green.
And again, that's a ground ball that they seem to be winning that battle again.
Green beats his defender, and he throws it away. Steal. Good steal out there by Troy Grogan.
And Grogan's pass is errant, and now there's a battle for the loose ball.
Pancoast couldn't come up with it. Bobby, 2 opportunities they've squandered.
Yeah, 2 opportunities here, Ron. They're not playing with patience.
It's going to be a whistle. It's going to be blown against, I believe it was Terrell, Marquise Terrell.
And they're going to say that was a shot, actually, and the Mustangs maintain possession.
Yep. All right, Dashel. Around the horn to Tyler Reed. Pass inside. Another big save by Peace on a blazer by Peter Green.
14 now, and an entire second half to go.
Slick pass from the right side to McWilliams. McWilliams will just slip it over to Connor Dubois. Dubois all the way out to the midcourt. Thank goodness basketball's over the midfield line. And Dish is back in the game for the Maroons. Dishaw takes it into the box, gives it to Cocky. Cocky sprints to the far right side. Little crossover move. Down low, Lachlan ring it up.
Boy, perfect pass from Tyler Cocky, a senior midi from Woodbine, Maryland, Century High School.
Big goal, Bobby, big goal.
And Richard Lackland's 31st goal of the year. He hit him perfectly right in stride. He was all alone. All he had to do was go one-on-one against the goalie, and you're going to take Lackland anytime he's one-on-one against the goalie.
I think if the Maroons can control the face-offs here in this third quarter and get on top by a couple of goals, you may see a little bit of fear in the eyes of the Mustangs.
Well, 11-15 on the face-offs, Ron, and they're still only down by 1 goal.
This time it'll be Rayburn. Rayburn got a hot streak the last game here on the face-offs.
And he's going against Hyken, and it's 5'2", 223 junior from Pikesville, Maryland, as we mentioned.
There's a whistle. And man, that looked easy.
Yeah, it really did. I think he anticipated real well as far as the whistle.
And Hyken, once again, Bobby, he just drives all the way down unattended.
Well, what he's doing, Ron, is that there's a penalty. It must be a slash on the Maroons.
Yep, it will be. Troy Grogan's giving the business to Daschle with his stick. You can hear it hitting up here. And there will not be any stoppage until the Mustangs lose possession or they are able to score a goal. Falling down over there was Tompkins, but he picks it himself back up, cradles the ball, goes back behind the goal with the Maroons. Just underway here, 11:50 in this third quarter. Mustangs on top 7-6. Tompkins. Oh, slick pass and a good move out there by Tyler Reed. And the stick back is going to be put in, I believe, Bobby, it was Daschle.
Yeah, it was, Ron, and I'll tell you what, Peace with a great save there, but he couldn't control it. It went outside the crease, and as you mentioned, Daschle there was Johnny on the spot for the rebound there.
I don't know how he kept from not being in the crease, because it was a scrum down there.
And that was a great initial save by Peace, his 15th, but I think Peace is a little angry at himself for not controlling that save, but I'll tell you what, great effort on his part.
It was a slash. It's 1 minute. And they're going to have a man-up advantage. And that's a tough break right there for the Maroons. 8-6, they trail. I think the penalty was on Grogan.
Yeah, the penalty's non-releasable, so the goal doesn't negate the penalty. And again, the Mustangs with the face-off.
And they lead here 8-6. 11:30 left to play here in the third quarter. A man-up advantage.
Somehow the Maroons have to find a way to kill this penalty.
Yeah, they got to keep it close. Don't want to get more than 3 goals back, because they play very good defense. It's just so hard to get an open look. Daschle behind the goal. Out front. Quick shot up and in and good. Tyler Reed was wide open in the right corner.
Yeah, and he beat Daschle low on the right side. Good shot. Good shot.
And they have come back and answered 2 quick goals. Every time, Bobby, the Maroons get within 1, Stevenson comes back and answers with 2.
Yeah, with 11:06 to go in the third quarter here, the Maroons had it within 1, 7-6. But as you mentioned, 2 quick goals by the Mustangs. Now it's 9-6 again.
This time the Maroons will switch it up on the face-off. They'll go back with Clark Lewis. This time he'll go against Wyatt. And again.
They win it again, Ron. And, just like Bob Rotian said at halftime, they can't afford to give up the quick goals to start the third period. They're going to find themselves.
It's like I've always said about football. That opening possession in the third quarter seems to dictate the outcome of the game. And the Maroons got the big bow. They scored first, but now, due to the penalty and 2 face-offs in a row they've lost, they've fallen behind here 9-6.
And Stevenson, that was their 3rd extra man opportunity, Ron, and they've converted on all 3. On the other hand, Roanoke College is 0 for 3.
Burgoyne will operate in the box, the opposite side, right in front of the Maroon bench. 10:20 left here in this third quarter. Errant pass. It's going to go out of bounds. And, Bobby, that should be run-up ball.
Yeah, it is Roanoke ball, Ron. That was just not a good pass. And one of the few turnovers there by Stevenson University. They only had 6 in the first half, and that's their first one in the second half. So good stick work, good passing by the Mustangs.
Peace clears it out. Dubois gets it over the line. Takes it into the box, far right side. There's a whistle. And his shot was partially deflected out there. Good defense by Pumphrey.
Yeah, it really was. And of course, the save made, but he really didn't need to make the save. The shot was so weak.
Good steal by Paco. Paco, long stick, comes into the box. Goes to the right side. Stick poke, loses it. Still loose on the ground. Bobby Paco just tried to do too much with it.
Yeah, they need to settle down. Settle down here. Maintain possession.
Will Pilot with a good steal right there. Quickly. Down the plastic turf he comes. Flips it over to Lachlan. Lachlan back out front to McWilliams. McWilliams enters into the box, then comes out.
And I'll tell you, Pilot's being guarded by Callum Robinson. He's one of the few people that Pilot's seen this year that is his size or bigger as far as playing defense on him. Again, he goes 6'4", 230.
And McWilliams behind the goal for the Maroons. 8:50 to play in this third quarter. They trail by 3. McWilliams, good defense being played by Curio on him. Joey Dishaw back into the lineup. Whips it around the horn. Cocky. Again to Dubois. Dubois, soft pass all the way back out front to the dish. Joey Dishaw, left-hand move. Can he get a shot on goal? No. Smart play by Joey, Bobby.
Yeah, Parker Bratton slid over to take him, and Joey was forced to go outside.
McWilliams. Shot put up and in and good by Connor Dubois. What a bullet.
Boy, that was a bullet by Dubois, and that's exactly what the Maroons needed to answer those 2 goals by the Mustangs, and all of a sudden it's 9-7 here with 8:28 to go in the third period.
Dubois, not a scoring machine by any means, but he does notch his 14th goal on the season.
Yeah, and that was a great shot and exactly what the Maroons needed here to stem the tide.
Again, Clark will be doing the face-off, and he'll be going against Hyken this time. They rotate, Bobby. They go Hyken to Wyatt. And this time, Clark comes out with it.
That's a big face-off win there for the Maroons. They need, again, just take it out, settle down the offense.
And Lintner will come out of the match. And Hayden comes back in. Left corner, McWilliams. Back to Pilot behind the goal. Man-to-man D being played out there by the Mustangs. Pilot looking, waiting on somebody to cut across. Flips it to McWilliams. McWilliams about 15 feet away, left corner of the crease, and he'll go back behind the goal now. Lachlan back out to Hayden, and he'll work it around the horn again for Fortman. Hayden comes back into the box. Little soft pass down to McWilliams. Left corner of the field. McWilliams cradles it over to the left side, uses that right hand to push off. Good D by Peter Green on McWilliams. McWilliams, little shake and bake, bunny hop move. Alertly picks it up, shoots, and got it. Did he get it? Yeah.
Boy, that's a great effort. That's a great effort, one-on-one.
I think the goalie, Dimitri Percunes, thought he blocked it. He was sitting on the ground. I thought maybe he'd fallen on it. We couldn't see if it went in or not. So Bobby, once again, Roanoke pulls within 1, 9-8.
They can get this game tied or get ahead. Might signal a change.
Roanoke number 16 in the nation. Stevens number 3 in the nation. 2 perennial, always good lacrosse teams battling it here at Kerr Stadium. Down to 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. It's been an exciting game.
It has, and again, the Mustangs win the face-off round, and you got to give Roanoke credit. They're only down by 1, and the face-offs have got to be 3-1 in favor of the Stevenson University.
Dashiell's got it right here in front of the press box. Dashiell goes right side, being guarded by Pancoast. Pancoast, one of the Maroons' best defenders. Him and Troy Grogan. Well, I say defenders, he's a midi, but he played good defense. Good no-look pass across the middle, and thank goodness for the Maroons it was shot wide because Pannington had a wide-open shot.
Yeah, that was good ball movement there by Stevenson. They weren't able to convert. The pass wasn't completed, so the Maroons take possession. Let's see if they can do something again, and again.
They throw it away.
Not a good decision there by Peace.
And Peace has turned it over 2 or 3 times today, but he's made up for it by his stingy defense in the crease.
And again, that's the two things that are hurting the Maroons are turnovers, ground balls, and of course the face-offs. And like we said, they're fortunate enough to be down only one.
Holacek. Long stick. Gets it over the midfield line and turns it over to the middies. Rick Rossi. Rossi behind the goal. Being guarded closely by Will Carter. Rossi shots wide. Maintaining possession will be the Mustangs.
Rossi has 12 goals on the year. He was looking for his 13th right there.
So again, Mustangs set it up. Dangerous pass that was almost thrown away. Dashel alertly picked it up. Pass right over the middle, wide open, was Nick Rossi for the goal, but Bobby, the pass that set it all up was Burgone.
And Rossi ends up getting that 13th goal, and it was a great feed. He was wide open, and Peace had no shot on that one.
You turn your back just for a second on these Mustangs middies, and man, they're by you in a minute and wide open.
And I'll tell you what, Ron, they are physically a big team on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively, and I think that's where the Maroons might be having somewhat of a problem.
Well, no doubt. When you look at West Pancoast, only 170 pounds, and then you throw in there Grogan, the same thing. And the Maroons will pick up the loose ball after the Mustangs had won the faceoff.
I tell you, I'm amazed. This young man, Brett Hyken, he must have this down to an art.
Oh, there's a heck of a hit put on out there. And the Maroons in return send it back. Good hustle. Pick up by Cocky. Cocky. Will Pilot. Pilot with a spin move. He can't do anything with it. He's going to come all the way back over to the press box side. I mean, what defense by Bratton.
Yeah, Pilot with a good move there.
Pilot tried a little flip shot over the middle, won't go, and another stick back attempt by Lackland won't go. And Lackland with good defense down there on Holacek. And possession will go to the Mustangs. We've got an injury timeout. And we'll take an injury timeout. 10-8, Mustangs on top here, 4:30 to play in the third quarter. We're back here at Kerr Stadium after the injury timeout. Mustang got up and walked out on his own, so he's doing okay.
And I tell you, there's a change in goalie there for the Mustangs too, Ron. Kevin Gain, a sophomore, 5'9" from Rocky Mount, New York, is now between the pipes for the Mustangs.
Don't know why, but he is in there now. Maybe Roanoke can take advantage of that. Might have been it's hot today, might have cramped up.
Or it might have been those last two goals, and Coach Canabeni just got a little upset with his goalkeeper. We don't know for certain. We're just surmising.
10-8. Stevenson on top of Roanoke College. 4 minutes to play here in this third quarter. Mustangs patient on offense.
Good defense. Good defense by the Roanoke Maroons there.
Camden loses it, and you can attribute that to Troy Grogan's defense.
Yeah, he made a great check there. Now they have to maintain possession and get it on the offensive side of the field here.
Herring Coast with that long stick does. Gets it over the midfield line. And smartly gives it to Will Carter, the midi. Carter to Dubois. Dubois into the box. Guarded closely by Pumphrey. And a roller pass all the way out to Joey Dishaw. Joey gets into the box. Can't do anything with it. And he'll just be content to work with Dubois out here on the left side, right in front of us here at Kerr Stadium. Dishaw, right side, behind the goal, McWilliams. McWilliams to Cocky. Cocky's got a shot, down low. Oh, what a tremendous save by the new goalie, Kevin Kane.
I think Kane made that save with his foot, Ron, because, boy, I thought that was automatic.
I did too. I don't think he could have just thrown it in there. Dubois will never get another shot like that. Dubois, cocky, shot. Joey Dishaw counted.
Boy, that was a shot by Joey Dishaw. It was a laser over the left shoulder of the goalie. And I'll tell you what, Joey Dishaw has really picked up his game here in the last 3 times we've seen him, boy. I'll tell you, that's the 6th goal of the year. He's gotten used to the speed of the game. He's got a good knowledge of the game. He gets that from his dad, of course, but just a great shot. And once again, the Maroons only down by 1, 10-9. A lot of time left, 2:49 in the 3rd quarter, and then, of course, 15 minutes in the 4th. So let's see if the Maroons can win a faceoff.
The Maroons have not led in this match yet. They win the faceoff here. Put a little luck on them there, Bob.
I think so.
Will Carter quickly down the field comes Will. Will gets double bumped, but he's able to get the pass off to Wolf. Wolf behind the goal. Lachlan making a bunch of changes, substitutions out there, so the Maroons only have 2 down there in the box right now. Here we go. Hayden's back in there. Spencer Parsons back in. Fortman back in. McWilliams and Lachlan. As we said, a new goalie between the stumps out there, Kevin Kane for the Mustangs. Maroons have pulled within 1, 10-9, 2 minutes left in the 3rd. Hayden being guarded by Rubenstein. Man-to-man defense. And it ain't a soft one either, Bobby.
No, they're checking them all over the field here, Ron. I'll tell you what, the Mustangs defense is tenacious.
I mean, the Maroons are being forced to set picks all the way out here almost to the midcourt circle. McWilliams, look at him go. Parsons got a shot. Can he take it? No. It flips out of his lacrosse stick.
And they can't maintain possession. Ball goes out of bounds. Possession arrow. Or possession to the Mustangs.
I think Parsons had every intention of shooting that, taking a shot on goal, but he just lost it. 1:20 left here in the 3rd. 10-9. Mustangs on top of the Maroons. Mustangs out there, and they're all black with white trim. Good defensive stick work out there by Terrell. Back out front, shot, good save. Shot was intended by Burgone, and a piece save again.
Yeah, he tried to beat Peace low, and Peace was able to get his stick on it.
Daschle.
Under a minute to go here.
Likes to work with Reed. Reed shots way off the mark.
Maroons need to hang on here for the final 53.4 seconds of the 3rd quarter.
And they got a ball out there on the field they need to get off of there. Or else they'll be pulling the old hidden ball trick. The biggest scam ever.
That's in baseball, Ron. This is lacrosse.
45 seconds left here in the 3rd. See if the Maroons can't stand tall here defensively. Pass in the middle, and somehow, good save again by Peace on a heck of a shot attempted by Peter Green.
Just what the Maroons needed in that situation. Even if they can't score, at least go in only down by 1. Maybe they can tie it up right here. A lot of time.
Terrell gets it over the line in the box. 20 seconds. Dubois. Dubois breaks towards the goal, and now he's just going to go behind it. Looking for somebody to cut across the front. Good movement out there by Dubois. He gets stick poked. Clock's down to 2, down to 1, and they get a shot off, but not a very good one. But, Bobby, the Maroons have managed to pull within 1, 10-9 here. It's going to be a thriller the last 15 minutes.
Should be, Ron. We're looking forward to it.
We'll be right back here on your Maroon Webcast Network. Back here at Kerr Stadium, 15 minutes left here in this fourth quarter, 10-9. Bobby, it ought to be a good one.
Yeah, it should be. Ron, the Maroons outscored Stevenson 4-3 in that period and played extremely well. They gave up those 2 quick ones in the first 2 minutes of the third quarter, but settled down and really came on strong. And it's all going to come down to the final 15, and these Maroon fans are pumped up.
And this Maroon fan base here today of over 500 people at least. They're on the hill. They're packed in here. And, Bob, it's good to see.
It is, Ron. It's a beautiful night for a lacrosse game, and the Maroons are really playing well.
And the Maroons win the face-off again. Clark. Pass down low, Lackland, and another tremendous save by the new goalie, Kevin Kane.
And I think that one, Ron, actually hit the post, and Lackland would like to have that one back because he's almost automatic from there.
Okay, Pilot will set it up for the Maroons. They got their number 1 offense out there. Hayden, McWilliams, Dish, Cocky, Dubois, and Pilot. Pilot behind the goal, warding off his defender with that left arm while he cradles it with the right one. He'll give it to Dubois. Dubois back into the box. Right here in front of us on press row. Dubois over the middle. Hayden. Quick pass to Lackland. Looked at a shot, but it's not there. I like their patience, Bobby.
Patience, and both Pilot and Dishaw looking for their 3rd goal of the evening here.
Dishaw, quick spin move shot. Oh, goodness gracious, how it didn't go in, I'll never know.
Boy, and Joey got leveled out there. By not by Brett Radcliffe. Got leveled by
hide and seek. Bingo! What a laser beam.
Well, it's a whole new ball game now, Ron.
And look at the Big Mo change, Bobby.
Yep, 13:50 to go. Anybody's ball game now.
Hayden with a blistering shot that beat the goalie Kane down low. Well, let's see if Fogo Clark Lewis can't win another one here. This time he'll go against Wyatt. Loose, and it's going to be the Mustangs. Nope. Yep, it'll be the Mustangs. Wyatt's got it again. Wyatt quickly down the field, hustling. And he'll take it into the box and lets Pennington set it up.
And Wyatt's signature move on the face-off round seems to be to slip the ball between his own legs and just turn around and go back and pick it up.
Peter Green, right wing. Again, good defense by Troy Grogan. We're all tied here at 10. 13-19 left to play in this match. Number 3 in the nation, Stevenson. Number 16 in the nation, Maroons. Crow, left wing. Back out front with it again is Rossi.
Rossi shot wide there on the left. Mustangs maintain possession.
But with Dashel being back there behind the goal, they'll keep possession of it. Dashel guarded closely by Pancoast. Again, both teams want that high percentage shot right there in the front of the crease with that quick, sharp pass. Tyler Reed. There it is. Shot is deflected by the defender. It looked like, Bobby, I think Troy Grogan got a piece of it.
Or Braden Gary, one of the two.
There's going to be a penalty out there, and the Maroons are going to have possession until they either score or lose the ball, and that's a good sign because the Maroons are going to have a man advantage. Terrell comes out of the match. So you got Dishaw in there, along with Parsons, McWilliams, and Laughlin. Parsons, shot, got it!
Wow, what a great move. That was a 360 spin move, and I'll tell you what, for the first time, the Maroons take the lead tonight.
The Maroons have outscored the Mustangs 6-3 here in this second half of play.
And Spencer Parsons, a 6'1", 190-pound junior midi, is responsible for the Maroons' lead. He's from Columbus, Ohio, Upper Arlington High School.
Finally, the Maroons on top here, 11-10.
tell you what, Ron, this game has been all I hoped it would be and more.
Well, if you're not here, shame on you, but we're glad you're listening to us. Out there doing a face-off will be Rayburn this time. And alertly picking it up will be Sam White. DeFogo gets it into the box. White will let Peter Green run the offensive show out there. Maroons double teaming Peter Green now. Good defense by Jackson Myers along with Mike Lintner. Nick Rossi, they got to be careful of him. He's stick poking. Good defense applied once again by Terrell.
Boy, he did a great job knocking that ball loose and picking it up almost in one motion, Ron.
Terrell walks over to the Field of Dreams line and stops. And he'll come out of the game and let Dubois set up. Hayden comes in. So, Bob, we got a Hayden, Dubois, Lackland, McStevens, Pilot, and Joey Dishaw. That's your bread and butter.
Tell you, nothing better than the Maroons would like to have them convert again and go 2 goals up.
10:50 to play in this match. Maroons on top, 11-10 over the number 3 team in the nation. They cracked the top 25 this week. They went from 25 to 16 after beating Lynchburg, the number 7 team, last week. Pass over the middle, Lackland shot. Oh, and a great save by goalie Kane.
That was a great save by Kane there, Ron.
High percentage shot.
Technical foul on somebody.
Penalty, illegal procedure, 30 seconds.
Wow. Maroons get another man-up advantage for 30 seconds because of illegal procedure.
Big break for Roanoke College. Now let's see if they can't take advantage of it.
Yeah, they got to convert here.
Bobby, have they scored a man-up goal yet?
Not that I know of, Ron. They were 0 for 3, 0 for 4, I think, going in. So in the second half.
I believe you're right. They are 0 for 4. Big chance right here. And Hayden will work it around out front with Pilot. Back to McWilliams. Dangerous pass. Right side. And Dubois is able to pick it back up.
Yeah, the Maroons got away with one there. That was not a good pass.
Dubois gives it to Pilot out front. Pilot, fake move to Hayden. Right there in the front is going to be Lackland. He's got it.
Boy, what a great assist. Great assist.
Bobby, they've opened up a can of worms now.
They have that, Ron. I'm not sure. I think that assist is from Charlie Shrewdley. Great ball movement right there. That's the best I've seen it look all year. Yeah, that's a great opportunity, finally converting on that extra man opportunity for the Roanoke College Maroons. And now they lead by 2 with 10:06 to go in the game.
12-10. The Maroons have outscored Stevenson 7-3 so far.
Roanoke penalty, illegal procedure.
Illegal procedure again.
And the Maroons are cited for illegal procedure, 30 seconds, and Stevenson will be a man up now.
Well, Peace is going to have to play extremely well between the stumps.
And he has played extremely well between the pipes all season long, but especially so tonight. I mean, he was just absolutely outstanding in the first half and has continued to play extremely well here in the second.
So the Maroons have out there Lintner, Dishaw, Geary, and Paco. And Jackson Myers. Shot. Peace. Big save. Did he get it? Oh, no, it just slipped right between his arms, Bobby.
Boy, I thought he had the save too, Ron. Looked like he had it. He had stopped it with his chest, but it went over his shoulder into the net.
And Mark Pannington is credited with the goal. He thought he had it too.
Boy, I tell you what, I thought he had it stopped.
And, Bobby, that man-up advantage didn't take the Mustangs but 9 seconds.
Yeah, it certainly didn't, Ron.
Well, we thought coming in here today this would come down to who had the ball last.
It could be.
And it's looking more and more like it. 12-11, 9:54 to play in this lacrosse match on a gorgeous day here. People still sitting out there in short sleeve shirts. And the Maroons control. Mick Williams waits for his team to get all set up here. And he does. Gives it to Dishaw. Dishaw all the way back out to the midfield circle. Goes into the box, comes back out.
See if the Maroons can't get that advantage back up to 2 goals here.
Tyler Cockey's been kind of quiet today. Lachlan, far side corner. Lachlan going one-on-one against Holacek. He makes his pass to Cockey. Cockey thought for a second, Bobby.
Yeah, he didn't want to pull the trigger there, Ron. That's way too far out for that shot.
Yeah, he's not the most accurate when it comes to trigger pulling. Spencer Parsons. Little shake and bake move. Goes back behind the goal. Looks into the crease for somebody. Not there. McWilliams. Sharp pass to Dish. Dish comes back out. Again, McWilliams. All the way to the back right corner. It'll go to Cockey. Cockey, good crossover move. Looks over the top. Nothing there. Behind the goal, he tried a little low button hook shot that's blocked and saved out there by Kane, the goalie.
Well, it was a good slide there on the part of the Stevenson defense there.
So here comes your Mustangs. A wild pass that'll be controlled, though, by Pannington. Pannington. Doobie on him. Doobie getting in the game today. Usually sees a lot of playing time. Hasn't seen much today. Dashel. Out front. To Burgone, and he'll take it behind the goal for the Mustangs.
Good defense there by the Maroons in closing that gap. I'll tell you what, I thought he was going to have a one-on-one, but the Maroon defense did a good job of closing down.
7:35 to play in this match. Maroons up 12-11. Shot attempted out there by Robinson. Won't go. Big pickup and a save by Peace, the goalie.
Yeah, and I believe, I'm not certain, looked like the goalie post came loose. I'm not sure exactly what the penalty is.
Well, there is a flag. We're waiting to see.
No penalty. Unnecessary roughness.
Oh.
1 minute.
Wow. A minute, Bobby.
Well, it didn't have to do with the post, but they did call unnecessary roughness, and this gives Stevenson a chance to even this game up again. And they've been mighty good on the extra man opportunities, Ron.
Yes, they have. They are a perfect
4 for
4 for 4. And Dasher will work it out front. Around the horn they'll go to Crow. Crow's pass. Goes all the way over to the other side. Shot, ring it up. Made it look easy. Pat Candon.
I'll tell you, they have great movement with the ball, and they seem to hit the offensive man at the perfect time to let him get that shot off as quickly as they do. Not that makes them a perfect 5 for 5, an extra man, and that's a big reason that they're in this game.
Candons gets the assist. Reed with the goal, and we're all tied up with 7 minutes to play. 12-12. It's a loose ball out there, a scrum. People on the ground, still loose, and coming up with it after about 14 different touches will be the Mustangs. And Packer Bratton has it. Long Stickman. Timeout. Timeout's going to be called by Roanoke College, and we'll take it. We're all tied here at 12, 6:45 to play in this match on your Maroon Webcast Network. We're back here at Kerr Stadium after that Maroon timeout. 6:45 to play in this match. Bobby, it's 12-12.
It's 12-12, Ron, and I'll tell you, Stevenson's ability to get to those ground balls and their face-offs, to me, is the difference in this game right now.
Yep.
Even though it's a tie ball game.
I have to think you're right on that one. Burgon being given the business out there by the Gary. Gary's going to come up with it. Stick poke. Oh, and he just couldn't quite get it. Thought Gary had it there.
Boy, that was a great effort by Gary, and I thought he had it too. And again, it's that ground ball. They seem to have that innate ability to get to the ground ball.
Crow works it behind the horn. Behind the goal to Camden. Camden trades it off to Dashel. Dashel comes out front, looks in across the middle. Nobody's open. And again, Pancoast with that good D. Burgone. Little soft pass over into the right wing to Dashel. All the way back out front, it'll come to Crow. Tyler Reed, he's been a menace for the Maroons. Reed goes in there, shot, and it hits the post again.
I think Peace got a part of that too, Ron. I'll tell you, Mustangs showing a lot of patience here on offense with the score tied 12-12 with 5:26 to go.
Tyler Reed, another blistering shot that's going to hit the defenseman. I believe it went off of the stick of Jackson Myers.
I think it did also too, Ron. That's good defense on the part of the Maroons.
5 minutes to go, Bob. Tyler Reed, sloppy pass over the middle, and it's a turnover. Peace, the goalie, clears it.
Oh, wide open.
Wide open in the middle, shot, good save again. The shot was attempted by McWilliams. But, Bob, you got to credit the goalie Kane for that one.
Yeah, great save by Kane, and the Maroons missed an opportunity. They had a offensive attackman wide open on the crease.
Oh, another good deflection by the goalie Peace. Hit part of the stick and then Peace's glove, or his stick.
Ron, he's going to have over 20 saves easily tonight.
Oh, without a doubt. And the Mustangs maintain possession. Clock continues to run. We're down to 4:30 in this match. Bobby, this thing has OT wrote all over it, I believe. And they have to readjust the goal after that last shot. It's like a howitzer shell coming in there. Bobby, when you hear them hit up here, that's a shot. Tyler Reed sends it back behind the net. Pannington back out front. Slick ball movement by the Mustangs. A little low grounder by Dashel, scoots wide. And the Maroons want possession.
Stays the Mustangs.
They're not going to get it. We're glad you're with us here on the Maroon Webcast Network. Roanoke College back in action tomorrow in Harrisonburg against Bridgewater. The women go to Lynchburg.
Aaron Pass here. We're going to see who's going to come up with the ground ball again. And I'll tell you what, again, the Mustangs seem to come up with that ball.
Oh, right there, a big shot put up and in by Peter Green. You can't give him an open look, Bobby.
Nope. Peace was one-on-one there. Had no chance of stopping that one round. And again, it's the ability to come up with that errant pass and get their offense restarted. And now they're once again up by 1.
13-12, 3:50 to go. This is everything we thought it was going to be.
Well, needless to say, this is the biggest face-off of the game for both teams, actually.
Bob, we talked about it. If Roanoke was going to win this game, they had to keep the scoring at like a 9-8 or 10-9. There's a timeout by Coach Pilot and the Maroons, and we'll take it right here on the Maroon Webcast Network. Back here after the Maroon timeout, 13-12. The number 3 ranked Stevenson Mustangs on top of the Maroons, 3:50 to play.
Been a great game here, and as we said before going off the air, it's the biggest face-off of the game here.
It's loose, and once again, it's picked up by Stevenson, and there's going to be a penalty on the Maroons.
Yeah, it looks like a trip there, Ron, and boy, Roanoke could ill afford that at this time. It's a push.
And it's going to be a man-up advantage.
Penalty.
And Bobby, the man-ups.
30
Stevenson
seconds.
is a perfect 4 for 4.
5 for 5, actually,
5 for
Ron,
5.
and I'll tell you what, they get another 30-second opportunity here.
They make you pay.
And the Maroons can ill afford to give up a goal here, Ron.
Bob,
Especially the way that they dominate the faceoffs.
I thought the game has been even today, with the exception of maybe the face-off advantage to them. But the biggie today has been the Maroons 0 for 4 on man advantage. Stevenson 5 for 5.
Yeah, and you got to give credit to Charles Peach. He's really kept the Maroons in this game.
Well, let's see if Maroons can stop it being one man down here. They trail by 1, 13-12, 3:20 to play in this match.
And prior to this game, the Mustangs only were 30% on extra man opportunities. A perfect 1,000 today.
Daschel behind the goal. Fires it over to the left corner. Shot way wide left. It was put up out there by Pannington. And couldn't be too many more seconds left in that penalty, Bob.
Not too much, Ron.
There it goes. Roanoke's back at full strength. That shot hits the pole and comes all the way back out to the midfield line. The Maroons hustling for it. Loose ball out there. And again, Bobby, the ground balls just seem to go their way. And a good steal out there. And it's going to be a penalty, and the Maroons are going to have a man advantage.
Yep. Right in front of us here, Ron. That's a push.
So picking it up will be Lentner. Lentner. Now the Maroons will set it up. Lachlan.
Getting close to the 2-minute mark here.
Hayden comes back in. Dubois comes back in. Joey Dishaw comes back in. They got their A-team out there, and there's a bad pass. Quickly and alertly, Joey Dishaw retrieves it and picks it up. 2:20 left in this match. Maroons trail by 1. Dished in the far right wing. Looks across the middle. Dubois back over to Hayden. Hayden left corner, back out of the box. Hayden goes behind the goal. Bobby, who do you think they're going to look for?
I think they're going to look for Pilot.
Over the middle. The pass was intended for Pilot. It's broken up. It's still loose out there. And let's see if the Maroons can get it. Whistle. I'm not for sure what the call is.
Stevenson penalty. Push.
It's going to be a push. 30-second penalty. Bobby, Stevenson's giving Roanoke every opportunity.
Well, they are that, Ron. Actually, the push came before that, Ron. The Maroons had possession of the ball. Until they lost possession, the penalty wouldn't be called. So they had an opportunity there. They looked for Pilot across the middle. He wasn't able to convert. And now they get 30 seconds with 1:54 to go in the game. Roanoke Maroons down by 1.
Dubois, Hayden, Pilot, Dishaw, McWilliams, and Lachlan out there. McWilliams behind the goal. 1:40 to play in this match. Maroons trail by 1. Alertly, Dubois picks it up. Gives it back to McWilliams. Pass over the middle. Hayden shot. Wide right. And you can hear the Maroon fans getting excited out there.
I'll tell you what, Hayden liked to have that one back. That was a great effort by him.
Will Pilot
Senior
wants a
midi.
time, and we're going to take it. 13-12, 1:34 to play in this match right here on your Maroon Webcast Network. This house is a rockin', don't come a knockin'. And it's rocking here now, Bobby. 1:34 to play.
Yeah, the Maroons have a 30-second man up. They need to take advantage of this round.
The Maroons want to do the Roanoke wobble. Pilot out front. Hayden, right wing. Charlie Shugrew out there now for him. Back down in the corner, back to Shugrew. Shugrew, Hayden, down to 1:15 left in this match. Pass over the middle, Lachlan bring it up!
Tell you what, a great feed and a great shot by Lachlan, and the man up had dissipated, so they were back at full strength on both sides of the ball, and the Maroons are able to convert here with 1:14 to go.
And they doing the Roanoke wobble. Back it up.
I'll tell you what, Ron, if this game does go in overtime, I'm giving you some money to go buy a lotto ticket because you called it about 10 minutes ago.
13-13, 1:14 to play in this match. Face off. This time controlled by Green. He loses it. Pick up out there by Parsons. Parsons got to set it up here, Bobby.
Yep, just settle down, settle down. Don't give Stevenson the last shot.
Dubois, right wing. Down to 55 seconds left in this match. Who's going to be the go-to guy, Bobby?
Again, I think it's Pilot.
Dubois looking over the middle. Pilot was there for just a brief second, but the seam closed up.
Well, Pilot's the biggest target out there for the Maroons. I wouldn't be surprised to see his dad maybe call a timeout here.
Dish, left side. Clock down to 35 seconds. Dish looks over the middle. That's an errant pass. Oh, no. A freshman mistake, Bobby.
Yeah, he'd like to have that pass back. He was just trying to make the perfect pass to Pilot, and it really wasn't there.
And Dish comes running off, and he knows it. Smacking his helmet with his hand. Clock down to 25 seconds. Coming down will be Robinson. Flips it over to Crow. Crow being guarded closely out there by Doobie. Down to 15 seconds. Bobby, they might get one shot on goal here. There's a whistle on the time, and it's going to be taken by the Mustangs, and we'll take a 30-second timeout right here. Don't go away. It's 13-13. 13 seconds to play. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Yeah, they playing my music, the wobble dance here at Kerr Stadium. Heard of the Harlem Shake? Well, here at Roanoke College, they do the Roanoke wobble. Bobby, who do you think is going to take the shot for the Mustangs?
Well, I think if I'm Coach Canabeni, I'm looking for the man who's been hot all night, and that's Mark Pennington, the sophomore attacker from New York. He seems to have the best stick skills on the team, just my opinion, but he also seems to have the best shot on the team. And I'd look for him to try and probably beat Peace at his first opportunity.
13.2 seconds. We're all tied at 13. If this game goes into overtime, it'll be whoever scores first. Dashel. Out front to Crow. To Dashel. Dashel's shot wide left, but it's still going to be possession with 3.1 seconds. Pass out front. Shot's going to be deflected, and we got overtime here.
Boy, and Pennington took that last shot, Ron. He tried to beat him high left, and boy, he'd like to have it back, but Peace was up there.
Don't go nowhere. We got overtime coming up. The number 3 team in the nation, Stevenson, 13. The number 16 team in the nation, Roanoke, 13. We'll be right back here after a quick break on the Maroon Webcast Network. All right, we're back here. Bobby, getting ready for overtime. How does the rules work here?
Well, the rules work around first team to score wins. In international lacrosse, they play 2 5-minute overtime periods and then applies the sudden victory rule, which is the first team to score. But here at the college level, first team to score, the game is over.
No face-off is as big as this one right here.
Absolutely.
Clark will be going against Sam White. Sam has been a force out there. Loose end, and once again, Bobby, it'll be controlled this time by the Maroons.
Boy, great stick check there. I'll tell you what, great stick check.
Will Pilot, there's a whistle.
Timeout. Brandon Gary with a great stick check to give the ball to the Maroons, and now Pilot's going to try and set up the game winner.
And we just had a timeout, so we're going to keep it right here. Spend your money this weekend over at Mac and Bob's, All Sports Cafe, both proud sponsors here of Roanoke College Sports. And it's alumni weekend, Bobby, so drive careful on Main Street in Salem because you'll have a lot of people coming through here, you know, downtown shopping, and stop at the crosswalks right there because it is a law if you see somebody going across there. But just be extra alert this weekend because there's going to be so many people on the streets of Salem.
Yeah, there are going to be a lot of folks here. It's supposed to be great weather. Of course, they're honoring the top 25 basketball players of all time, in a dinner Friday night. You've got the golf alumni tournament in the morning of Friday, 11 o'clock. They have a campaign kickoff dinner also. I believe that's on Saturday night. So all weekend long, the weather's supposed to be fine. It's great to come back and see the folks that I went to college with. And, I'll always say there was a time back when I was in college during that, I always say it was the greatest era of my life. But there's something to be said when you see friends from 30 and 40 years ago and you reminisce with them like it was yesterday. It's just, it was Animal House, and then it was a great time also. And you reminisce with all the old stories, and you catch up. And, some of the people coming back that were college roommates with me are now grandfathers. Golly, that's something.
All right, here we go. Overtime. Maroons controlled the face-off. Hayden, right wing. The first team at score wins here. Hayden, little hop, skip, jump, tries to go down Main Street USA. It's not there. He'll bring it back out. Again, Bobby, tough defense.
Tough defense, and they got to get a good shot off here, Ron.
Man-to-man defense. Dangerous pass, and it's going to be stolen out there. Big stickman Bratton stole it.
Boy.
Bobby, the Maroons have made 2 big turnovers the last minute of this game.
Yeah, that was great defense there, but it was an errant pass that precipitated that. And
oh, no. Moody's going to – it's going to be a timeout called. Timeout before the penalty.
Well, no penalty, Ron. He actually was going to push him out of bounds, and it would have been Maroon ball because he forced him out of bounds. But, again, great call there.
We're going to keep it here, and you just said something, and I have to question you.
Go ahead.
You said the greatest time of your life. Now, you always told me it was your tech school days at Biloxi, Mississippi.
No, those are the worst days of my life. Ron and I are both veterans of the U.S. Air Force, and I spent, I think it was 56 weeks in Biloxi, Mississippi. And if you're from Mississippi, please don't take this wrong, but I promised that when I left Biloxi, Mississippi, I was never going to set foot back in the state of Mississippi, and to this date, it's been true. It was just, it was a different environment, and I truly couldn't wait to get out of Biloxi, Mississippi. And I'm sure Mississippi has a lot of great places to visit, but I'll never know.
Bobby, the one thing they told us when I got there from Lackland, Texas, when you go to the beaches of Biloxi, keep your shoes on because when the Hurricane Camille, I think it was, it came through there, sucked everything back out into the ocean. So you could walk 25 feet out in the ocean and be standing on a mobile home. But what did old Ron do the first time he went down there?
Didn't wear shoes.
Nope, and I stepped on a catfish and run it up through the back of my foot and spent 3 weeks in the hospital surgery. Here we go.
That's another story.
Yep. Burgone out front for the Mustangs. Burgone. And they throw it away.
Wow.
An errant pass out there by Michael Crow.
And Coach Canabeni has got to be livid about that simply because he called the timeout to set up the offense and they throw it away.
Peace almost threw that one away, but alertly with the long stick was Grogan to get it.
You see nerves in this overtime on both teams here, Ron.
Yes, you do. Dishaw, left wing. He's going to go back to the corner. First team to score here wins. Dish being guarded closely out there by Curio. Dish gets a pick set for him. Comes to the press box side. Nope, now he reverses direction. Now comes back out again. Pass over the middle. Lockley got it! And they're going crazy.
Wow, what a feed from Dishaw. Everybody's mobbing Lackland, but I'll tell you what, Joey Dishaw with a tremendous assist, and the Roanoke Maroons upset the Stevenson Mustangs here in overtime, 14-13. What a victory for Bill Pilot and his young team.
And
wow.
Bobby, what an atmosphere.
Unbelievable. I mean, this place erupted, Ron.
Bob, people don't realize this. The Roanoke College Maroons now have upset the number 7 and number 3 ranked teams in the nation in five back-to-back days.
And I'll tell you what, Ron, they got to carry this momentum out tomorrow and also Saturday. But, again, you got to credit the team, the comeback, Pilot and his coaching staff, and just a tremendous assist there from Joe Dishaw, and Lackland converted. And, boy, what a big, big win for these Roanoke College Maroons. Watch out.
Like we said, the Maroons will be in action again tomorrow. Bobby, that's the key. They can't have a letdown tomorrow.
No, they have to go at the Bridgewater and forget this, Ron. Even though Bridgewater's 0-3 in conference play, they need to win.
Well, once again, just a tremendous, tremendous win here for the Roanoke College Maroons. We're going to get the stats from the stat man, Brad Moore. When we come back, we'll run you down on it right here on your Maroon Webcast Network. While we're still waiting on our stat sheet, we'll just recap the final 30 seconds here. Bob, you know, we talked about it. Peace played a tremendous game at the goalie position. The freshman Joe Dishaw played big, stepped up with some key goals, but no better play right there than that patent little rabbit step, and then he with the great assist right there for the winning goal.
Yeah, he wired that right in there, Ron. I'll tell you what, that was a tremendous pass, and that's coming off. He was upset at himself at the end of regulation for trying to force that pass to Pilot, which it didn't work, but the Maroons were able to hold on and go in overtime, and then he had that same position, and great pass, and boy, I'll tell you, Lackland just buried it, and what a great victory for this Roanoke Maroon team. As you said, they've beaten the number 3 and number 7 team in the nation now, and again, you can't give them enough credit. They're a young team. You know, you look back on it and you say they lost to Salisbury here 17-5. Well, I'll tell you what, I'd like to see him play Salisbury right now. I think that he beat them.
I just want to get a quick word here real quick for a second here with Bob Rotance. Bob, you said it at the halftime. You said, I think the key is going to be that first possession. When they come out in the third, it'll dictate the second half, and it did.
Oh, it was great. I'll tell you what I'm so excited about is watching these kids out here celebrating and high-fiving and going crazy. Because I'll tell you what, their conference went from like a 3.2 to like 11. And I think they're feeling, and they should, that, hey, we can play with anybody, and that's a great way to play. I mean, that's the best thing out of this game is going forward. I mean, this is going to be great.
Well, you look at, the Maroons started off 0-3, but look at the first 3 games they played. There's over 200 Division III schools in lacrosse. Roanoke College has the 5th toughest ranked schedule in the nation. It showed here tonight.
That's great. I mean, I think it's great. Starting out a little slow and, making mistakes, but they get better and better and better. And this is a great game for their conference. I'm so excited.
What a great pass right there, assist by Joe Dishaw.
Oh, yeah. I came over and hugged Joe, his dad, and he's enjoying it. He's really enjoying it. He had a turnover there, and he was upset about it, came back and the same thing. And this one, he threaded the needle and got it right on the guy's money. It was great.
And great coaching by Coach Pilot.
Yeah, it was a great game. It was a fun game to watch. I'm glad we got the overtime win instead of overtime loss. So I'm thrilled to death. Thanks, guys.
Okay, Bob Rotan, y'all spend your money this weekend with Mac and Bob's. It's alumni weekend. They'll have a good time down there. We'll take another break here, and we'll wait for the stat sheet right here on your webcast network. And we're back here at Kerr Field, and we're waiting on the stats. They're being printed right now. Overtime, the Maroons are victorious here as they beat the number 3 team in the nation, Stevenson, 14-13. And Bobby, we talked about it earlier. What a tremendous game by the goalie, Peace.
Yeah, Peace had a tremendous first half alone with 13 saves. I'm not sure what his total was for the game. As you mentioned, we're waiting on that, but he kept them in the game the first half. I'll tell you what, Ron, when we get these stats and look at them, we're probably going to both be amazed that Roanoke College was not only able to stay in the game but come away with an overtime victory, because I'm sure if you look at face-offs, shots on goal, ground balls, the goalie, Charles Peace, he's without a doubt the most valuable player of the game, even though you could put Joey Dishaw up there too. He had a tremendous game as a freshman, and of course just keeps getting stronger and stronger. And I know his grandparents in New York are probably jumping around as best they could. I think they may be the only people older than me, Ron, but I know them both well, and his dad's a hoot, and I'm glad we were able to mention him on the air tonight. And what a great victory.
Well, I look out there on the field, and all 4 coaches for the Stevenson are still out there with their hands crossed, and Coach Canopy's got his hands on his hip like what just happened here?
Yeah, how did we let this one get away? That's the thing.
Because they had it pretty much in check in the first half. It was all the Mustangs in the first 2 quarters, but it was all the Maroons in the second half as they outscored the Mustangs a whole bunch there. So we're just okay. And Bobby, here's the stat sheet right there.
Yeah, we're looking at this round. I'll tell you what, the Maroons did a much better job in the second half. They, if you can say this, held Stevenson to 22 shots in the second half versus 34. For the game, Stevenson had 56 shots. The Roanoke College is 44. The ground ball, Stevenson won 47-33. Stevenson University won 23 of 31 faceoffs. They were 5 for 6 in extra man opportunities. The Roanoke College Maroons We're 2 for 5. Charles Peace had 17 saves. I thought he had more than that. Just a tremendous game in goal. And like I said, when you look at the stats and see Stevenson won 23 of 31 faceoffs, had 14 more ground balls. That's just a testament to the Maroons hanging in there and playing well when they needed to. But again, it was the man between the pipes who I think was responsible for the overtime victory tonight.
Oh, without a doubt, the man between the pipes played big. And looking at Roanoke College scoring, they got 6 goals from substitutes, 3 from Dubois, 2 from Joey Dishaw, and 1 from Mike Hayden. So they owned the bench play 6-2.
Yeah, and you look at Hayden, he had 3 points on the night. Dubois had 3. Joey Dishaw had 3. Richard Lackland with 4 goals and assists had 5, and Tyler McWilliams with 3. So they spread it around, and they stepped up their defense in the second half. They allowed those 2 quick goals to start the second half, but after that, it was lights out, and just a tremendous game. The turnover at the end of the first part of the overtime period by Stevenson was costly because the Maroons came back down the field and converted for the win.
And Bobby, we'll just take a second here and talk to Coach Pilot. Might want to say a word or two to him here. Get Coach Pilot over here. And I want to thank Bob Souther for all his help today. He's going to head on out of here. It's past his bedtime. And we'll be back down here with Bob on Saturday. So we'll wait for Coach Pilot to come on over here, and we'll get a word with him.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Hey, thanks a lot. Yeah, thanks for doing the games.
I'll tell you what, great picture.
We're back here with Coach Pilot.
Thank you.
And Coach Pilot, I'm going to have to start bringing Pepto-Bismol. You're driving me. What a great time out there at the very end to set up the play.
Yeah, that was great. It worked out great. I don't know if it was exactly the way we planned it, but we'll take it. The defense had some good stops too. I mean, great game both ways. Could have gone either way. And we've had 2 fantastic wins in a row, and we're pretty proud of the guys.
Man, what can you say about Charles Peace between the posts? He played huge.
Huge. He played a great game, just like he did against Lynchburg. It's 2 big games for him. We think he's top goalie around, so we're happy we have him.
Well, you knew coming in it was going to be tough on the face-off. You had 2 of the best face-off guys probably, arguably, in the nation out there. But although it says 8 for 31, the ones you had to have, you came up with.
Yeah, we did. Came up with some big ones. I mean, their coach is a great face-off coach, and we did the best we could. And like you said, we came up with the big ones at the end.
At the halftime, it was 7-5. You kept it in there close. You would get within 1 and just couldn't quite get over that hump. But in the third and fourth quarters, you were able to outscore the Mustangs 9-6.
That's great. We're in pretty good shape, and it's pretty warm down here. We were pretty tired also just playing a huge game on Saturday, so I'm proud of the guys, and the conditioning work that we've done has really paid off, and that helps.
And one of the big stats out there, bench play. Your bench outscored theirs 6-2, none bigger than Connor Dubois with 3, Joey Dishaw with 2, and what a great assist right there for the winning goal.
That's great. That's awesome for these young guys to step in and do that, and everybody contributed, which is what we want, and it's great to see those guys helping the team out.
Now, the biggie, you can't have a letdown. You got to get on the bus and go to Harrisonburg. How do you prepare your men after this emotional win?
We're going to have to rest as much as possible. I'm going to tell them in there and, stay off their feet and hydrate with some Gatorade and water and stuff like that. And then we got to go up the road. We're going to play a lot more guys up the road. So we have some guys that didn't play tonight that we're going to need a lot tomorrow. So we really need that bench tomorrow.
I talked with Bob Rotance here at the halftime, and I said, you look at the way Roanoke College started out, they were young. Everybody said, they're 0-3, they were overranked. I said, no, that's not the case at all. What it is, there's over 200 lacrosse teams in Division III. You guys play the 5th toughest schedule in the nation, and it's paying off now.
Yeah, it looks like it. We took our lumps early, and people thought we weren't very good because we lost by some lopsided scores. But, that's okay. We were just finding our legs, finding ourselves. We're okay with that as long as we're progressing. That's what I kept telling the guys. And I think they have progressed. And I told them before the game this was a big test to see if we've really improved, because the last time we played a team ranked in the top 4, we lost by 10 goals plus. So now we're able to turn this around and get a win. That's pretty impressive, pretty resilient for the guys.
As a coach, how good did it make you and your players feel when you seen all this huge crowd support?
Oh, it's great having the crowd here, the people from the town. I saw a bunch of guys from the local high school teams. Great to have them come out. It's free admission. I mean, I don't know if you can get much better. 2 top 20 teams in the country playing their hearts out, and I'm glad we came out on top. Luck helps a lot.
And they were piled up everywhere, up here on the hill, back behind here, and it's always good to see. And that's such a big motivational tool and inspiration. Well, you go to 9-3, 6-0 in the ODAC. You control your destiny.
Yeah, we need to keep playing well, keep getting better, keep improving. We've got some big games coming up. Tomorrow's a big ODAC game with Bridgewater away, and Saturday Hampton Sydney on the road. The rest of the way, the last 4 games are all ODAC games, and we want to try to take them all if we can, but it won't be easy.
And you thought it was a big crowd tonight. Saturday, alumni weekend. Baby, they're going to be packed in here.
Yeah, that'll be great. Great to see the alumni coming back, and we'll try to do the best we can.
Well, Coach, congratulations again. 14-13 win. Roanoke College beats number 3 in the nation, Stevenson. We'll be back here again at 11:55 for the women's against Wesleyan on alumni weekend. Have a safe week the rest of the week. I'm Ron Meyer saying good night, everybody.
Thanks, Ron.
Yeah.